Ed went on vacation. Don't even want to reply to us and shit.
Is this Eden's welcome back music?
This little number goes out to E-Dub.
Welcome back, Hey Sue.
Thank you.
Eden was in the islands having all the 3Bs. Sending us the footage in a work group chat.
Yep. It's his last vacation for a while.
Listen, you know Eden was going crazy over there. But glad he got some time off.
This was that shit right here.
Buena Vista Social Club.
No,
All right, hip work.
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
not even footwork. That's hip work.
Hey. I see him all.
Gotta order your ham and cheese from Poppy while this was playing.
100%.
They in the back playing dominoes.
Not making your sandwich.
Cat sleep on the bread.
The ham is sweating.
You know how
the ham is sweating.
Yeah. You know, tuna fish 10 days old in the fridge.
They put it in the freezer thing that's not connected. It's just a glass.
Yeah. Only uptown,
Oh,
man.
Just scrolling through, man. Just going through my iTunes.
This was a jam. Still is.
Absolutely. Carl Thomas is just sick, though.
You said he's sick?
Yeah.
He broke this down, the lyric break. Are we getting a lyric break now?
There's not much to break down. He said, she got to go back for the kids, but what about me?
Nah,
He said, fuck them kids. Like, why you got to be a parent and a wife?
It ain't fuck them kids. It was kind of like, I understand it, but what about me? Like, damn,
She has children.
Yeah, no, he respected it. He didn't say fuck the kids.
No, he didn't respect it.
Don't put that on Carl. He never said fuck the kids, man. He just was like, nah, I get it, but like, damn, what about me?
He understood the husband shit more than the kids. He was like, I know you got to go back to your husband and everything.
But the kids.
And then
like,
said, she got kids, but what about me?
Yeah, but what about me? Yeah, it's like the kids.
You can have
yeah.
the husband, but
you
gonna
had
choose
the
your
husband, you had the
kids?
kids, but like, where that leaves me, you know what I mean? Ain't no time for me.
Yes,
You gotta
she's a
feel his
mother.
pain. You got to feel his pain. Legendary album.
You think he wanted to pick the kids up from school?
I don't think he wanted to pick kids up from school. Not kids that ain't his. You don't never want to pick up kids that's not yours from school.
He was picking up a wife that wasn't his, trying to be a husband.
That's different though.
He wanted to be
The
the real
wife
father.
wasn't his. The pussy was though. That's another story.
God.
though,
Wait,
for-
no.
for another day. That's another story.
We have a lot to talk about.
Because I don't know if we got time. Do we have time?
We have
We
time.
don't have time.
We don't have time, right, D? We ain't got time.
What?
See, because
He
the
didn't-
wife could be yours, Rory, but the pussy could be his.
Can it be borrowed, like a timeshare? But
You could timeshare some pussy.
just timeshare it.
yeah, you can.
And granted, I'm not happy about the timeshare.
Yeah.
But like, he got to own it. He's paying mortgage payments on it.
I mean, you
It's
know,
his.
Yeah. We've seen some situations where it's like she with him, but it looks good on paper. That's why she's with him. You know, he's the secure one.
Why
But you
go-
know who she really loved, though.
But why can't the secure guy also give good dick?
No, and it happens. It happens, absolutely. But we know circumstances where it doesn't happen like that. That's all I'm saying. So the wife is yours. She goes home to you. You know, she raises your kids and takes care of home and all of that.
Nah, I want the pussy.
See what I'm
Fuck-
saying?
fuck-
yeah,
fuck the
like,
kids
you
in the
can-
home.
Yeah, like go ahead.
I'll
do
get
that.
a cleaning lady.
Yeah, I got my own spot. Like come through. You know, let me do what I do.
No, I'm saying as the husband. No, I don't.
Now see now
I don't need the mother shit.
You just want the pussy.
Just give me the pussy back. Let Carl have the kids.
This dude is crazy, man.
Carl, I trade you the kids for the pussy back. But anyways, how are you?
Well, let's talk about that a little bit more.
Okay.
Because would you marry somebody that has kids?
Sure.
You would?
Not against that.
Like, is the baby father still like around, or is he like dead?
I would hope so.
Dead.
No, I hope he's dead
Why would you be dead?
because he's gone.
You would just want a child to grow up without a father,
I'll be the daddy now.
but like a biological father, and you would be a terrible stepfather.
I would be
I think
a
you'd
great
be. I think you'd be
stepfather.
a
I think I
great
would be a
father.
better stepfather than a real father.
No, but you think being a stepfather, especially if the dad is dead, you have to like become the father. You can't
How
just
old is
take
the
him to
kid?
the Yankee
How
game.
old is the kid?
Infant? Let's say infant. Yeah.
Oh, then that's different. Then it's a little easier because it's like I would be the only father that he knows.
Okay, let's say 13.
Whoa, this is a grown man. Me and this little nigga can fight at
Yeah.
this point. Yeah, nah, watch your mouth.
Yo.
He
going
don't
there-
call you Uncle Mal. He call you Jamil.
But watch your mouth, because I'll square up with a 13-year-old. 13-year-old? Have you seen 13-year-olds walking around?
What?
now?
He's not gonna square up with you. He's gonna shoot
Yeah,
you.
that's what I'm saying. Like, they drilling shit. Like I'm not playing with no 13-year-old now. You kidding me? Give me
Yeah.
an infant that ain't mine.
I'll be honest with you. I'd be terrified to date a chick with a teenage son in the Bronx right now.
Yeah, you can't.
I'd be
There's no way.
terrified.
He's a gang. He's the big homie.
Look at that stereotype. He's the big. He's
that
13 and the big homie.
Big homie
He's
drilling shit.
recruiting the
Yeah, he been
7-year-olds.
laying shit down for 2 summers for sure. 13? Oh yeah, he's a man.
2 summers.
He's a demon. He's already out there terrorizing the streets. Are you 13?
Mal, it's Black fucking History Month.
And with that being said, Sojourner Truth, we don't talk about her enough.
Mm-hmm.
We always go to Harriet.
or Slim Jesus.
We don't talk about Sojourner Truth. So this episode is
White man
dedicated.
making no jokes about Black History Month.
This episode is dedicated to Miss Sojourner Truth.
Okay. I like
So
that.
Rory, so we made up a thing. We said Black History Month. You got to come in here and read a passage from every great Black leader. Did you do your homework?
No, I thought you guys were coming with
Damaris,
the
get the
passage.
belt. We gonna beat this white boy's ass
Hell,
on TV,
I got a whip.
on camera. We whooping your ass. for
No, I
Black History
thought
Month.
we were gonna pick passages from like critical race theory and read them out loud.
We did talk about that. We did
We're
talk
gonna
about
do that next episode.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna
we have
I'm
to.
gonna subscribe. I don't know how much it costs.
No,
the schools are
we
not
have to
paying for it, so
absolutely-
it's got to be on sale. I'm gonna cop some critical race
Yeah,
theory.
no, we got to.
and I'm gonna come in and
We have to.
get this white guilt going.
Yeah, we have to. Let's do that. It's Black History Month. Or like Kanye calls it, Black Future Month is what Kanye I think is calling it. He's gathering all like the Black creatives, and I don't know. The Black creatives is just Justin LeBoy and Antonio Brown for Kanye right now. They're the
I
head
think they're
of.
both.
They're the head of like Donda Creative or something like that. I think.
Do you think Justin
Or Donda
LeBoy?
Sports. No, Donda Sports.
Do you think Justin LeBoy and your brother owe 40 Ounce Vans publishing?
No, I don't think so.
You don't
People
think
don't talk a lot about. People don't talk a lot about when Emery was waking up every morning giving us quotes.
He was telling us to bet on stuff, but he would show his fit and be like, "Bet on yourself." And I'm like, "I can dress myself, Emery."
Bet on yourself.
Like, come on.
Show your feel like, yo, I need those though. Send me those. Yeah, Emery was doing that for a while. Definitely 40 Ounce Van was on Twitter with that early.
I think we owe I Respect Females a big. Like he was kind of. You would think the Curtis Blow, maybe
what's
of like
up with
respectable
my man,
memes. Who always used to shit on men, but
did he?
yeah,
Are we
and
talking
I
the
think
same guy?
he ended up like cheating on his wife.
Yo, what?
What was this? He was on Twitter going crazy.
Yeah.
You knew his annoying ass fucking memes.
What's my?
It was always
What's
bullshit.
my guy name, man? Damn, I gotta check his page. Is he still even?
I don't wear condoms. No, Carl.
I remember I don't wear condoms.
See,
What?
See, look what
we talk
Carl
about
goes through.
positive shit.
Carl, we know you don't wear condoms. That's all right.
No, that
man.
was the name of a Twitter user.
No, I know, but that's Carl too, though.
You know the guy wasn't Cass Fax or whatever. His name was something.
Rob
best friend-
Hill.
Rob Hill Senior.
Rob Hill Senior.
Rob
Okay.
Hill.
Oh,
Shout out to my man Rob.
Rob
man.
Hill Senior.
What Rob
is
doing?
old.
He don't be giving us bars no more. Oh no, he got one right now.
What do you say?
Know the environments that strengthen you. Be clear about what you value. Be deliberate in all you nurture. After a few disappointments, you learn to deal with people at different depths. Not everybody gets access to all of you. It's necessary to know what to keep to yourself. Forgive yourself for not knowing better. Protect and improve yourself by doing better.
I don't think
Shout out to my
some
man
of y'all
Rob Hill.
shouldn't forgive yourselves. Some of y'all are dirtbags.
Oh no, that's a fact. We shouldn't forgive them. We should remind them like, yo, you a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like
every
even
now
if you
and
give
then.
them that, like, yo, what's good, fam? You still a piece of shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got. That's all
But
you gotta
that,
get
I think that's better encouragement of like, you know you're like a terrible human being.
Yeah.
You should get better.
Yeah.
And like you should not lie to your therapist.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many therapy sessions with certain people that I really want to sit in so I could tell their therapist the truth.
Really? That would be interesting.
There's mad people that I know that be using this therapy shit just as an excuse for their bullshit and literally be lying to their therapist just so their therapist would be like, oh no, you handled that perfectly.
Yeah.
Wow, everyone else around you is some dirtbags.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
no. He's lying and she's lying to you.
Yeah.
This is not how it went down.
Yeah, and I don't like the fact that people can jump behind mental health now. Like, I know mental health is a real thing. I don't want to put that out there. It's absolutely real.
You're sitting next to it.
Right. But like the dude that killed the girl that worked at Burger King,
Mhm.
and they're saying like how he's crazy, he's obviously out of his mind because when they arrested him, he was screaming things. And
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. But you had the right state of mind to go in there, know how to rob somebody, ask for money, and then walk back in and shoot this young lady. You deserve to.
Get him off the street.
Yeah. Fuck that mental health shit. When it
well,
comes
yeah.
to shit like that.
How was your week, Maul?
My week was good. Harlem, another victory for Harlem. Congrats to
Yes.
ASAP Rocky and Rihanna on their announcement of their blessing.
For Harlem.
It's a W for Harlem. Rocky announced his pregnancy in front of the Cotton Club. That's legendary. It's
That is
legendary.
true. That is
legendary.
cool.
In the snow.
Imagine coming out of dinosaur barbecue
And find out Rihanna's
just waiting
pregnant.
for your Uber. Like, wait, hold on. Is that Rihanna's stomach? Because that's not like an unpopulated area.
Yeah, no.
Coming off the West Side Highway,
It's right- yeah.
foot traffic,
Yeah,
the one train's right there.
Yeah.
Any transportation, people are under that shit.
yeah. That's why
Tupac
it's
shot
legendary.
18 shots out of a 6-shooter under that shit. Like that's
a little further down. Yeah, yeah.
that's-
Same street.
yeah,
Same
it's
street.
a very iconic
That's why I
place to
said
do
it's
shit.
legendary. Legendary. So yes, congrats to them, man. They
Uptown was-
definitely were the news of the day for sure.
Yeah.
I seen everybody posting it. I
And then-
seen some dudes doing weird things with the Photoshop with the pictures. I was like, it's kind of weird. Like you're,
what?
You're older than Rocky. You
Like what?
shouldn't
They're
be-
putting their faces on it? or
yeah
something?
on Rocky. It was like, fam, you're older than Rocky. You know that, right?
I don't want to put anything on Rocky.
Yeah.
Hey, yo. Hey, fucking yo.
Listen,
No,
man.
Rocky
All right, here's the
ain't your
thing.
type.
Here's the thing. I think I can appreciate someone I know that has a good skincare routine. So I will salute him there.
Yeah.
But no, I wouldn't say he was my type in that type of way. But I'm always here for the internet jokes. But some of y'all be taking that shit a little too far.
Yeah, it's a little weird. A little weird.
I think you're kind of actually showing now your mental health.
Yeah, exactly.
Some of y'all should talk to Rob Hill Sr.
Yeah.
A fucking sap.
Shout out to Rob, man.
For sure.
That's
for
my
sure.
guy. But congrats to Rihanna and Rocky again.
Can you imagine like the whole weekend you already did your maternity shoot, Saturday come, you're like, damn, 2 more days I can announce it to the world. I've been waiting for this time my entire life. Sunday come, you start to get giggity, like, yo, tomorrow I get to announce to the world that I have a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Can't sleep at night, shut your eyes, open them before the alarm goes off, come in like, fine, I'll post it now. Open your phone and just see Rihanna's stomach. Like, all right, never mind.
Yeah,
I should get an abortion.
Yeah,
Is there any mid-husbands?
Yes.
there is a such thing as mid-husbands?
Yes.
How does that work? Like, if you're pregnant, is that only
You know
applies,
what a midwife is, right?
Yeah, so does that only apply, but the guy isn't carrying, so why would he need...
No.
No,
a
some midwife like delivers your child.
Yeah, so why would another man be delivering my child? Like, just let the doctor do that.
But doctors can be men.
Yeah.
So mid-husbands could just be someone that knows how to deliver babies.
I don't think
legally.
they're really called mid-husbands either.
I'm about to say, I don't just want some nigga that just got good hands to deliver my baby.
No, but that's not what a midwife is. A midwife is somebody who is trained to deliver babies.
Yeah,
but they
help
have
the
male.
woman.
They have male versions of midwives. That's what Rory's referring to by mid-husband.
Look at the Harlem coming out of mall right now. You gonna let another man touch your child first?
Yeah, like what he
We
gonna
don't
do
that
to
in
my
Harlem.
girl? He gonna be rubbing my girl to my yo, just breathe?
That's a doula. That's a doula. A midwife is a person who is trained to deliver the baby.
Erykah Badu is a midwife.
Yes.
Yeah, I would want Eric Badu to like help my girl deliver her baby.
Okay, what if
If-
what if
let
Jay
me put it
Electronica
like
took
this.
classes with her and he wanted to deliver your child?
Nah, Jay, you just stand over there and just rap.
Alec couldn't deliver your
Nah, B.
in the name of Allah. He couldn't do that.
Nah,
In the name of Allah. Yo.
No, we not doing that.
Yo.
Your
Like,
baby
Jay
be
not
blessed.
gonna have the fruit of Islam in the
know-
room with me, my girl, her
You
ass
know-
all out. Fam, you and the FOI, tell them to wait outside, all right?
Well protected delivery room.
Yeah, but
and
stay
you,
outside
and
the
you
room.
know Jay Elec is blessed.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I wouldn't be mad at Jay Elec delivering my child.
Yeah, but Jay, like, he gonna be in there cracking jokes and shit. Like, wait, this ain't the time.
Mad inappropriate.
Yeah, this ain't the time, Jay. Don't do that, man. But I didn't know that. I didn't know mid-husband was a thing. I had no idea.
They have male midwives.
So
I
is
don't
he
know if they
there
call them
for the
mid-husbands.
woman or to help the guy through
No,
the process?
to deliver the child.
To deliver the baby.
Okay.
Midwives are so this I think you're getting confused. Doctors, if a midwife is there, more than likely a doctor is not there. The midwife is the doctor. Are you seeing what I'm saying?
Yes.
So they have male midwives just like they have male doctors.
Okay, so why do they
Don't say
call
male.
it?
That offends me.
Yeah,
Say
why,
men.
why do they call them husbands though?
They don't. Rory made that up.
So what do they call them?
I have absolutely no idea.
The
See,
doctor.
That's what I'm saying. Like a doctor. Like that's where I'm confused.
No,
at. Like
but it's not that they have different
a mid-husband.
they have different trainings in different schools.
Is there a trans word for wife and husband?
I guess they call them male midwives.
Like, what's the middle ground? If you don't
See,
want to be a
that's
wife
no.
or
We need to
husband?
change that. Male midwives. That don't even. What is that?
Male is offensive to me too.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why? You're not a male?
Now you're treating me not as a human being.
You just want to be a human?
I want to be a man.
A man.
A man. Yes.
So okay. All right, so let's talk about it. So male, what's the issue that you have with the word male?
Because now you're categorizing me as an animal like everyone else. I am a human being with thoughts. I'm a man.
Okay. All right. I'm not mad at that. So they call them
You missed the whole female argument that day on Twitter? When all of a sudden female became offensive?
Yeah, I'll be skipping a lot of that shit. I didn't see that.
Those women were saying all these males using female is offensive. And it's like, well, you just called me male.
I think they meant to be offensive.
Because women are offensive. Back to lying to medical professionals like therapy and health. The people that do go donate sperm and you have to tell your health history or your mental health. The same way I walk in here and lie on our COVID thing and no one bats an eye.
Mm-hmm. No,
to get in. They're just like, all right, fine.
Yeah.
I literally have no idea if I've been in contact with someone that has COVID for 14 days.
Bro, listen.
Literally, I'm not polling everyone on the street. Like, hey, do you have COVID? I just want to make sure I'm right on my test as I walk past you on the sidewalk.
Like, yo, we've been less than 6 feet apart from each other. I just need to know.
So what is this vetting process to just jerk off into a cup? Like, that person may have mental health problems and is lying about it because people with mental health problems lie a lot.
Absolutely. I always thought sperm donors, that whole situation was kind of like bugged out because what do they do with the sperm that they don't use?
Well, that's going to be a Netflix doc in 2 years.
Yeah,
probably.
like
We're going to find out. We're going to find out what they did with that.
Yeah, like where does that sperm go? Where does like when women freeze their eggs? Where do the eggs go that they don't use?
In the freezer.
They're not just throwing them out. I can guarantee you that.
In the freezer in the front
Selling
of
them to
the
the
corner store.
Yeah, so that's why it's just kind of weird.
They sell. What do they do? What do the Russians do with it?
They say that most sperm banks require donors to be in between the ages of 18 and 39.
Studs.
Pause.
At 18, they want you to be a thoroughbred. Treat you like a. They want to treat you like a Clydesdale.
Wait, so you said 18 to 39. Wait, so my biological clock is ticking as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nah, they almost don't even want your nuts, B.
Some sperm banks set
man.
an upper age limit of 34.
Oh, Sean,
But they
much
say a
time.
physical exam. So the exam will include taking samples of your blood and urine for infectious diseases. If you become a regular sperm donor, you'll need to have physical exams every 6 months while you provide sperm donations. People are really just like out here just being the go-to guy for the fucking sperm.
Yeah.
I mean, I
you know, a lot
respect
of
it.
dudes don't. It's just like, yo, I don't have a job because they pay you for that, right? They
At
pay
least-
you for that.
At least Nick Cannon
they
shows
pay
his
you.
face.
Yeah, Nick Cannon is
He
he's
putting
on-
sperm
he's on
banks
a-
out of business.
He's on a fucking tear. He's on a run.
Fit.
Nick is on a fucking run.
Didn't Nick say something about he's afraid to
He
die?
just penetrates in nuts. I'm convinced. He don't even fuck.
Nick is what?
Isn't Nick like really sick and that's why he's doing it? I thought that's why he said that.
Well, he has talked about that he does have some health problems. I don't know if he has like what his situation is with time
Clearly,
left.
well,
I
his
hope
dick
not,
work.
but-
We know that because he out there lining them up and knocking them down.
I mean, I see people killing him for it. If he has the finances and the time to be able to take care of all the kids, is there a problem with?
He does not have the time to take care of 8 kids. Nobody has the time to take care of 8 kids.
I mean,
8 kids
traffic
and wilding out.
Traffic
Come
is
on,
off.
fam. Come on, fam. That's a.
He's
you
already
asking a
got
lot.
17 kids
Yeah,
wilding
like,
out.
yeah, like you asking a lot for this guy to run wilding out and then take care of 8 kids.
And then look at all the wilding out girls and not want to impregnate
Yeah,
them.
like come on, man. Nick is a king. We need to respect him as such. I don't know how he's doing it. 8 kids, but
And traffic is crazy as is. I don't know if we need 8 extra people in the world.
yeah. How you tie that into
Okay,
traffic?
Tom Brady.
Because I just went through the tunnel. Like, yo, where all these fucking people coming
How
from?
did you tie that into traffic though? Like, the kids aren't
Can't y'all
driving.
get fucking COVID and go home?
The kids are not driving, bro.
Well, they're eventually going to drive. And they have Nick as their father. They're going to get a car when they're 16.
Yo, that is hilarious that you just tied 8 kids into traffic. That is some funny shit.
And I'm sure those 8 kids are going to have mad kids because they come from Nick's body. So you know they're going to go fucking crazy. You're looking
yeah.
at another maybe 400 people within the same lifetime coming into our world
Rory's
because of the
fucking
cannons.
That's a lot of cannons.
That's
a lot
mad
of cannons,
cannons.
man. A lot of cannons. But blessings to all of them, man. Blessings to Nick Cannon. He just announced his 8th child is on the way. So congrats and blessings to him and his girl.
I see this, the same chicks that are killing Nick are the same chicks that are fucking Future.
You know what? Not today. We
Yeah.
got too much to talk about.
That's a great observation,
I was
Rory.
on Instagram
Yeah.
and Twitter. I'm like, y'all are the ones that is fucking Future.
And they're just mad that they didn't get pregnant.
Get the
Because you know they definitely tried to get pregnant by Nick. You know they tried. You know these flus tried.
I do want to know, how do women try to get pregnant?
What do you mean, how do they try?
Outside of the condom thing that Drake finally debunked on how to get rid of that outside of flushing the shit down the toilet, which was what I was taught.
Yeah.
But maybe plumbing in his
doesn't work.
His home wasn't ready yet.
Yeah, no.
How do women do it besides? Because I can get out of the grip around the waist with the legs, even though it feels good. I'm old enough now to know that one.
Yeah.
And I know, where Plan Bs are readily available.
Yeah.
How are women trapping people?
I don't know. I think a lot of these dudes, when they say they got trapped, they be lying. I think they be telling the girls they want them to have their kid.
I agree.
And then they get upset at them somewhere along the line and scream that they was trapped. And it's like, fam, you like that girl. Cut it out.
You left it in.
Yeah, like, cut it. Don't do that. Don't do that. But a lot of the times, situations do happen where the men don't want to have the kid. And women are like, no, I'm going to have this baby. And it's just like, all right.
That's not a trap, though.
No, that's not a trap.
That's just someone wanting to have a child. That's someone getting pregnant and going, I think I want to keep this life.
It's one of the most natural things ever, right?
I think I want to keep the population. What we're here for, I think I want to continue.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I don't know. It's weird.
Damaris, you ever tried to trap someone in your younger years?
Never in my fucking life. People have attempted to trap me, but never in my fucking life have I ever.
I guess men could do the trapping. Yeah, I guess we could. But what man is trying to do that?
Oh, baby.
Besides Rocky, which I commend and understand.
You'd be so fucking surprised. That's one of the reasons I only date men with kids now.
Okay.
They don't want any more currently. Like a man with a 5-year-old does not want another fucking kid.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Because I have Baisley now, and I don't want another dog. She's a handful enough. But we did get off that topic. You wouldn't date. We were joking. You wouldn't date a chick with kids right now?
I would date a woman with kids. Yeah, I've dated women with kids.
Because you looked at me kind of crazy when I was just like, yeah, that would be fine with me.
No, I meant more so like marrying a woman, like really being together and being a family.
Yeah, I mean, as long as her kid's not a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to deal with that.
But how do you know if the kid's a piece of shit until you spend real time with them?
You could tell.
You
know a
marriage.
shitty kid when you see one.
Yeah.
And you could kind of tell by her, because I've seen a lot of chicks I thought was super cool, but I knew you was a bad mother. So I know your kid is bad.
Yeah.
Nah, the bad moms be having the pretty cool kids, actually.
The bad moms be having the demons that's running around the Bronx fucking terrorizing shit right now.
Nah, those be the moms that just work really, really hard. They're at work all the time. They be having the demons.
No, they don't. Not all the time. It be the mothers that be right there. And they be telling you, yeah, knock him the fuck out. You're telling your child to knock somebody the fuck out.
Your mother never told you to knock somebody out?
No. Hell no.
Oh.
My mother
knock
told me
somebody
to fight,
the fuck
but
out?
never told me to.
Yeah,
I've never been like sitting at the bus stop. My mom was like, yo, knock him out.
Yeah,
Oh, nah, not like that.
No,
my
hell
mother's
no.
never done that.
If I was this situation like where a kid was like fucking with me, my mom would be like, yo, fight. Like, in other words, don't let nobody bully you. That type of
Yeah,
that's what you're supposed to do. But my mom is not like standing outside and the kid say something slick, yo, knock him the fuck out. What? Like, no, my mom never told me to do that growing up. Thank you, Mom, for not telling me that.
Tell me to do my times tables, Mom.
Yeah, like do my homework or something.
Speaking of family stuff, did you guys see that shit that went viral from Reddit? I don't know if it's true, but who gives a fuck? It's the internet. We're going to talk about it, whether it's true or not.
What?
I won't read the whole thing. I'll just paraphrase it. There's like some anonymous Reddit shit where you can like say a bunch of stuff you'd never tell the world from anonymous accounts, and it's all fucking hysterical.
There's a Reddit what?
Like it's just a Reddit thread where it's just people anonymous that are also on Reddit currently with different pages, like just to get confessions off. So this guy said that he's been married for a minute. His wife is terminally ill, has, I don't know, like 3 or 4 months to live or something like that. And she asked for one final request. She said she wanted to sleep with her ex before she died. And she said, it was some shit is just purely physical. I just want to fuck him one more time before I die.
Okay.
Obviously, this guy would be a little conflicted, and he's saying, okay, do I give my dying wife, who I love, her last request, or do I let my ego take over and say no and just let her die miserable?
You got to give her that request. It's a dying request. Not actually. Wait, your dying request is to fuck somebody else?
I was waiting for Maul to become Maul.
Like
you was
hold
too
up.
understanding.
Yeah, like, wait, hold up. Your dying request? That means your living request was to fuck this dude as well.
Well, she did already, clearly. And
but I mean, while we were together.
That doesn't mean that.
No, I think.
What if it's on your mind on your deathbed?
I'm sure
that I want to fuck him one more time. That means when you was healthy and we was together happy.
No, that's not true.
You was in there touching your clit, thinking about homie. I don't want to hear that.
Maul, that's not true.
Well, she had said
If
to
it's
him,
your dying request,
Maul, if somebody told you was dying right now, you think the shit you was thinking about earlier in the week is the same shit you gonna think about right now when
if
somebody tell
I'm
you
dying right now, the last thing I'm thinking about is fucking a chick that I fucked before.
I'm with Maul on this one. I'm not making
I'm
this
not
gender
thinking
thing,
about fucking a chick I already fucked if I'm dying.
and I've never
I'm not
been on
thinking
my
about fucking.
deathbed.
My dick won't even get hard. I'm dying. I'm not about to die.
Well, you don't know what disease she had.
Yeah, she can. You don't know what she's dying from.
Yeah, but if somebody tells
shit
me,
might be all swole.
It may not be vagina cancer.
if you have
Maybe this shit
20
works.
if you have 24 hours to live,
I'm fucking. You bugged the fuck out if I got 24 hours to live and
To
I
kick
ain't
the
fucking.
bucket, fuck it. Probably eat some fried chicken and drink a Nantucket.
Period.
I don't
All
know if
that.
I'm fucking.
Word to me, you
Look at-
fucking
listen,
Maul. You
look-
lying.
Look at
I
our
did
heroes.
a lot of
Look
fucking in my life. My last 24, I don't think I need to fuck.
if
my
your last 24 was today, you fucking. You gonna squeeze fucking in. You gonna go see your mom, go see your brothers, go see your nephew.
If
but
I
you
do
gonna
fuck,
squeeze
if I
some
do
fucking
fuck,
in.
it ain't gonna be one-on-one. It got to be about 20 women in one room, and I'm just going crazy.
You'll be dying. I don't know if you have that much energy.
I'm dying. I don't care. You think I'm gonna be here
You're gonna fuck through it?
I'm not gonna be here to hear the woman like, yo, he was trash. I'm not hearing them all. I'm not gonna hear that. The fuck? I don't care.
Yo, hey, Doc, all right. If I got 3 months, cool. But if I fuck 20 women, only have 1 month left because I'm using all my energy. Yeah, probably. All right, bet. Give me the 1 month.
Yeah.
I'll just go out one.
Easily.
But look at how trash women are. Because if you go through our heroes of
I'm
what
trash.
DMX, Mace, Kiss, Puff was talking about on their last dying day, Mace wanted to take kids from upper class level, bring them to the hood, show them what it's like if you can never settle. He was really trying to uplift the youth.
Mm-hmm.
X, Black Rob all wanted to be with their kids before they passed.
Mm-hmm.
This woman just, I think I'll take the dick from before you.
That's what I'm saying. She wanted that dick while she was not dying.
Men are trying to uplift the world. She's trying to uplift her own box.
She's trying to uplift her legs.
She's trying to uplift
Well,
him.
first of all, if that's her last dying wish, that means she might have thought about it, but she ain't do it. She ain't do it though. You could think about whatever the fuck you want to think about, but she ain't do it. So you need to give her some credit.
Stop thinking. I don't like that thinking thing you be doing.
Yo, if your girl tell you she be thinking about fucking her ex, like,
go do it.
No, that's not. That's some bullshit. Cause y'all telling me y'all ain't never been. Well, I ain't never been in a relationship, but y'all telling me y'all ain't never. Rory, you ain't never been in a relationship and thought about fuck. Well, damn, Shorty from 2007 has some fire. You never thought about that ever?
I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
But I would just go fuck her if that was the case, and I'm not doing that, so I'm not really thinking about it.
I feel like that's worse.
Go think of new dick. Stop thinking about old dick.
Yeah, think ahead. Because that means you still want that nigga.
What?
Yeah, you can't go backwards.
No, he just has some fire.
You can't double back go fuck someone new. Don't double back.
My problem with that whole shit.
Because women are used to not wanting to add bodies to the entire thing. So they think if I go back and fuck the same person. Listen, I benefited from it millions of times, as I'm sure you have. And
absolutely.
Call like, oh, you want to fuck me? Like, yeah, I just don't want to add another body, and it's been a minute.
Yeah.
So I don't know why women think that's okay in their cheating. Like, well, no, I've already fucked him, so it's not like I added. I'm like, no, go get some other dick.
Yeah.
Like, please.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I've definitely have friends, women, female friends that I've been intimate with that they have relationships, and when they break up, they definitely hit me up because they're like, nigga, I'm not putting a new body on my belt.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather fuck with somebody that
which I guess is kind of thinking ahead because they're not looking at you. Yeah, let me look at a different perspective. They're probably thinking of the next guy that they end up dealing with. And if they go out in between and get a bunch of dick, it may make things weird for the next guy. Because if some reason that weird conversation ever comes up, she'll be like, yeah, nah, I fucked them all. And it doesn't really matter when. It happened already. Yeah, I see women's logic there. I don't agree with it, but I get it.
Yeah.
I just feel like on your last dying day, you should be able to do whatever the fuck you want to do. First
That's
of all,
a fact.
The fact that she asked is he needs to give her credit for asking. I wouldn't have asked shit.
Right.
I would have told you, yo, I'm on my way to go fuck this nigga from 2009 who had me crying tears. I will holla at you later. I'm gonna squeeze you in before the 24 hours is up. You can go to hell.
Okay,
Y'all
but
see,
well, no,
coming.
she's about to go to hell actually.
No,
But
she come at me like that. We gonna cut that 24 real short. That 24 hours gonna get cut.
I'm gonna turn that morphine up. You trying to leave?
You start talking to me like that. I'm like, okay.
I'm gonna accidentally kick the plug out.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
No, you think
sometimes
you
you
think
kick
you
the
about to go
vacuum
Yo,
out.
you know how hard it is to unplug that shit? You just gonna accidentally
You think you
kick
gonna
the
go fuck
plug
this
out.
nigga? Okay.
I'm gonna go on the side of the hospital with some pliers, cut every fucking.
Got me fucked up.
Everybody dying.
Y'all some
But
haters.
we're not thinking about one factor here.
What about
Why
the
is no
guy?
one ever thinking about the third party here?
Yeah.
Imagine you sitting minding your business and you get a text from your ex-girlfriend. Yo, I got like 3 months to live, and I just want to fuck you one more time.
You don't know whether to be
What
happy
ti-
or sad.
How are you replying that text?
Anything you need. Anything you need, baby. Anything.
Do you want to know how sick I am?
Yes.
I would like to know what disease you have that's killing you, not because I particularly care, but some diseases that kill you do affect how you look.
That's very true.
Oh my
That's
god.
Can
very
you
All
true.
right,
imagine
Janet
trying
Jackson,
to get
doc.
your dick hard to
Skeletor? No.
and is it contagious? What you got? AIDS?
What is that? You don't look that. You look sick. Like, I don't want to hit that. See, so now you wasted some of your hours thinking this nigga was gonna knock you down, and you show up at his door with the IV drip in your arm. He's like, nah. He like, yo,
Dragging this shit with the
yo,
wheels.
Yeah, he like, yo, hospital gown on, ass all out. He like, yo, you know what? I'm cool.
This was nasty.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm not hitting that. Like, I'm cool. God bless. I'm gonna pray for you, but I'm not hitting that.
Yo.
That's some sick shit.
With that being said, did you see the? No, you didn't see the Janet Jackson doc.
Why is that? With that being said,
Just because Janet is sexy, and I would,
alright.
if I had 24 hours to live, I would definitely be in Janet's doorstep trying to smash.
you don't know where her doorstep is, and
I would find it.
She wouldn't be a Make-A-Wish kid for you. I'm sorry.
No,
No.
I would definitely make a Wish Foundation. Like, I just want to have a date with Janet.
You just said you were so deaf.
I love Jay. JD's my
Well,
guy. No
he picked a
disrespect.
side.
Yeah, no.
You can't be
disrespect.
so deaf and now fuck with Janet.
Yeah, you can't. And if I got to pick between JD and Janet, I'm going with Janet.
I think everyone on earth would
Yeah, I'm
decide
going
that as
with
well.
Janet.
I
I'm
think
going with
JD would look at you and be like, yo, bro,
Yeah.
get your weirdo ass away from me.
Yeah, I'm going with Janet. I'm going with Janet. But the doc was amazing. You didn't see it, so I don't want to spoil it for you.
He ain't miss shit.
I mean, I tried to watch it because I didn't watch it in real time, and whatever fucking cable I have, I couldn't even buy the shit. It was all messed up. But I figured, knowing Damaris's stand-em, she is our senior Janet correspondent. I knew I didn't even need to talk during this segment that Damaris is going to come here and wow and be a Mike. Because this is a Janet fan right here. The way you and I look at Hove, that's how she looks at Janet. Damaris, did you see the doc?
Of course I saw the doc.
Did you cry?
You produced it.
I got really excited and like really emotional when she was like driving through Gary, Indiana and things like that. I got really emotional.
Yeah.
I didn't learn much I didn't already know. Like there's things in there that I know that she didn't even put in the doc. The one thing I did not know.
Did you subscribe to her Patreon or something?
No.
What you know about Janet
I
that the
know,
world don't know?
No, you don't understand. I used to be on the Janet like forums back in the forum chat room, fucking fan club days. Like when I was young, like 7, 8 years old. So I've been a Janet stan my whole life. But yeah, there was I didn't know about the rift between her and Michael around the time of Scream. Just because I was younger then, and I also didn't realize that during the Super Bowl, that was at the same time as one of Michael's trials. I was so young back then that I didn't really connect those timelines. That Super Bowl was happening, the trial happened, so it was just like everybody was just looking at the Jacksons like they were this sick ass, nasty ass family.
The titty makes sense now, doesn't it?
Listen, he got a point, man.
Listen,
he
Listen,
do
'cause
not got no
I was
point,
watching the
bro.
doc, and I said,
I think Justin's a piece of shit too for how he handled it. I
Yeah.
know he ran away
She
and,
tried to
and
tell
she
us
took
to
all the
forgive
blame.
Justin. She was like, me and Justin are friends. Janet, I love you, but you can go to hell.
But-
I'm not forgiving
But
you.
Listen,
come on,
you know
can we
what?
keep it a bean? I love Janet Jackson too, and I'm not defending Justin Timberlake here. That was planned.
The whole titty was not supposed to come out.
the
though.
titty was planned.
She had
whole-
the illest nipple ring of all time.
She
That
had
was
a son.
planned.
She had the sun
She's
around her
always
nipple.
had those nipple rings. Those are not new nipple rings. She's always had those nipple rings.
Let me ask you something. Okay, so here's why I think that the nipple was planned. He pulls at the fabric. Like he knew where to pull it.
There was a red thing covering. He pulled that off too.
What red thing was covering?
There was a red lacy
Like a
bra
pasty?
part that was supposed to cover her boob. Right?
So what would
He
be the
ripped
point?
The red.
So what would be the point of ripping that off?
That's
He
what that's
ripped,
why I
he was
never
supposed to
understood.
rip the leather off,
To
and
show
there
the
was supposed
red?
to be a bra underneath, and it was supposed to be like almost like a oops, like sexy type thing. He ripped the entire thing off, and that's how the whole titty fell out.
I'm not jacking that.
Man, all y'all can go to hell. I said what I said.
I think it was staged.
He probably tried to.
Nah,
No,
it was
he didn't do it
staged,
on purpose.
man.
He didn't do it on
Justin
purpose.
everyone is mad at Justin because he then ran far the fuck away from it, let her take all the blame.
He was
and obviously,
he was
They
like,
just didn't think that it was going to turn into what it turned into. They didn't think they was going to try to cancel Janet and all of this. They thought it was going to be like a whoop, nip slip, like cool, like it was a moment, and that was it. That's what they thought. When it turned into what it turned into, that's when it became like Justin is a piece of shit and this, that, and the third. No, that was planned. It was staged. You can tell.
Without
like,
question.
yeah, you can tell.
Even,
like, let's we all
doubt in my
adults now.
mind.
It was a nipple. First and foremost, I don't even know what was so crazy. It was a nipple.
Well, it was what, 2003, 2?
It don't matter. It was
That
a
was-
nipple. A nipple was a
that was
nipple
kinda
from the beginning of the
for you.
time. Like, who cares about a nipple?
Well,
And it
listen,
created
actually,
YouTube.
a titty coming out at the Super Bowl halftime show right now from a pop star in 2022 would be crazy. So,
Would
yes.
it?
Yes.
We see titties. You can open your phone to see a titty right
It's
now.
not about
If
the
Dr.
titty
Dre
being
shows
on
his
TV.
titties this year, that's going to be crazy.
Yeah, that is gonna be crazy. I don't want to see Dr. Dre's titties. I'll
He's
see
in
Janet titties. Yeah, I don't care how shape he is. He just give a fuck. I take Janet titties over Dr. Dre's titties. But yeah, it was staged. We know that. But it's over with. They just dragged it too far and trying to cancel Janet over a nipple. That was the stupidest thing in the world. But
Nah, that's an ill sister, to be quite honest with you.
oh no,
She
for sure.
did that. Listen,
For
we
sure.
can say
She tried to take that attention and get it away from I understand.
listen, Joe Jackson, I'm not going to say was the healthiest parent of all time, but he definitely brought some kids together.
She gave him his props on that, doc. She wouldn't let. She was like, "Yeah,
You
our
have
parents."
to.
She was like, "Our parents disciplined us, but like the world is basically like trying to make it seem like we was out here getting like murdered. Like, nah, we were
You
poor
have
as fuck."
to.
When she was like, "Yo, there were 9 of us in a one bedroom. Like,
Listen,
Yeah.
my father wanted us to get the
Listen,
fuck out of here,
I
and I could have never did
I
it
went
without
to
him."
that house in Gary, Indiana. I visited the Jackson
You
house.
did?
That house is extremely small. Like, I couldn't believe how small that house was when we pulled up and stood in front of that house. I was like, there's no way 9 kids and adults was like living under this house.
Yeah.
It is extremely small. When you, in those days, like, we hear the stories about, Joe Jackson, he hit his kids, he whooped his kids, whatever.
Everybody whooped their kids back then.
But my thing is, it's unhealthy. Let's just say that. Like, there is, kids are abused and kids are hit for the wrong things and it traumatizes them and they grow up to resent their family. We know how that goes. But you do need to discipline your kids. However you feel is disciplining, that's up to you and your household, how you run your family. Do I think that Joe Jackson was beating and abusing his kids?
Probably.
I don't think so. Do I think that he may have been working them too hard to be who they became and to chase their goals and their dreams? I think he may have went too hard, but look what we got. We got the greatest entertainer of all time. We got Janet Jackson. We got the Jackson 5.
No, you don't get to say the greatest entertainer of all time and then Janet Jackson. Let's just say the greatest entertainers of all time.
Mike sold out soccer stadiums, bro. Like, that's all I'm saying. Soccer stadiums. Not
Like
saying Janet can't.
The Red Bull one in Newark?
Nah, that's like BB King's to Mike. That ain't nothing.
That's a driveway.
Yeah, that's nothing to Mike.
My
Like,
driveway,
Yeah,
not
like
his driveway.
yeah. Mike is on another. But either way, yes, Janet. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you have kids, and you have to discipline your kids. Can you work? Is it possible to work your kids too hard? Yes. Is it possible to deprive your kids of childhood because you have them rehearsing or practicing their sport? Because like LeVar Ball,
Mm-hmm.
people was calling him crazy years ago. He was saying his sons are going to make the NBA and this, that, and the third. They're going to be franchise players. And look at it now. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So yes, you do have to discipline your kids. You do have to teach them to work hard. Do parents go a little overboard at times? Absolutely. Absolutely. Do I think that was the case in the Jackson household?
Yes.
Yes.
100%.
Do I think they were physically beaten and abused? No, I don't think that.
I do think they were physically beaten and abused.
You
but
think so?
I was not in
I don't
Gary,
thi-
Indiana.
I don't think they was physically. Did they get whooping spankings? Yes. Who didn't? What kid didn't get a
I
spanking?
think they
growing
went
up?
a little extra with the.
Oh,
I
no,
don't
he
know.
put a little
Jacks.
sauce on that.
Yeah,
ass
yeah,
whooping,
yeah.
definitely.
I don't know, man.
I think he got busy by the fireplace. Like
I don't know. I think it was just like, kids get out of line and you got to do chores, you got to do work, or you get popped. Like,
here's the thing with that, and I don't know if we had this conversation when the King Richard movie came out,
mhm.
but the real argument that we're having now is what's the balance and value of possibly abusing and ruining your children's future for success to get out of a terrible situation that you're in now. And here's the thing. There's only 2 Williams sisters. There's only 1 Michael Jackson. There's only 1 Tiger Woods. There's only 1 Beyonce. There's millions of these fathers. So this same abuse happens with so many kids.
There's millions of absent fathers too. There's millions of parents that don't discipline their kids. There's millions of kids that's running around shooting shit up, terrorizing neighborhoods and communities.
I agree. That's separate conversation, not what we're talking about right now. I'm saying that father that gets into crazy dad mode where it's like, I'm here to get you out of the situation. You're not going to like me. I'm not going to be a father. I'm going to be the motivator and your trainer and the person that's going to take you to this level. 0.01% of those kids make it. 99.99% of those kids live in that shit in their house and don't make it and become all the way fucked up for the rest of their fucking lives. There is no success. Now they're just mentally ill because their fucking father abused the shit out of them out of the excuse of success. And then they don't succeed.
But I don't see, again, I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, I just don't get that feeling that the Williams sisters were abused.
No, well, I want to make sure I'm not saying that Richard Williams was physically abusive or anything like that.
I don't
but
get
I'm saying the crazy discipline and depriving a kid of a childhood or any type of degree of normal shit, social interactions, developing the brain outside of just the one singing, sports, whatever you're focusing on, can be so detrimental to a child because 99.9% of these kids are not going to make it.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm not saying abuse doesn't always mean physical. Like you could literally abuse a child by making them focus on one thing, isolating them, never even letting them know how to talk to a fucking another human being.
Yeah.
And now they didn't make it. And now they're in the world like...
And now they're socially awkward and
now they're
don't know how to
insane.
talk to people. Yeah, I get it. I mean, I think that, a lot of the times with these families that have these, these iconic children, the Williams sisters, the Jacksons, you have to be, because the neighborhoods that they grew up in.
Sure.
It's tough, drugs, it's all these influences around them. So you have to shelter them. You have to
to be a little extra with it.
Keep them, it's dangerous outside. Like, don't go out there looking for friends following about it. Your brother, your sister, these are your friends. You know what I mean? But I think as long as it's done with good intent, like you're not doing it to try to hurt your child. You're doing it to try to set your child up for the real world of working hard, working towards your goals. Know that you can do anything as long as you put the hours in and you work towards it. I think preparing them for that type of mentality and that mindset early on, I think it helps. Now, again, I do agree with you. Sometimes it's a little excessive.
I think actually Richard Williams from that movie was probably one of the better examples of it, of trying hard to have his kids have some type of normal life. Yeah. Telling Serena, like, yo, you got to chill for a second. Yeah. Like, you're not ready for what she's doing. Yeah. Your brain isn't there yet. So he's probably the best example of it. Yeah. I mean, all I'm saying is, all in all, abandon your kids, because most of the people without fathers really make it. The ones with abusive father coaches don't usually make it. So abandon your children. He or she will figure it out. They will become LeBron James. I promise you.
I get it. But the Janet Jackson doc was really dope. Seeing Janet and Michael, that intimate footage of them writing "Scream." That was dope. I didn't even expect to see, that. I knew we would get like intimate images and videos. But that was like super dope to just see them sitting in the bedroom and just literally throwing lyrics back and forth, and Janet putting them all into the computer, whatever that was called. Is that called? It wasn't a laptop, obviously. It was some type of word processor or something like that. That was just dope. I just thought that was ill to be able to see that and see images of Mike with his sister. So the doc was dope, man. I think they did a good job. I think they absolutely did a good job. Janet Jackson deserved a dope documentary because she's one of our fucking living legends, most iconic artists of all time.
Biggest pop star, period.
Yeah, and I seen everybody killing our guy JD because he
I saw that clip at least.
Yeah, he cheated on Janet or it didn't work out or whatever, but that happens, man. The one thing I did like is that they both seem to still really have real love for each other and respect for each other. Like it wasn't nasty. It wasn't like it didn't feel like a nasty break. It just felt like
I'm sure it was, and now they're in a place where it's
it
okay.
might have been a little, but now that it seems like they're still, because obviously he did the doc. You know what I mean? He sat down and did an interview for it, so they're still in that. They're in a good space, and I wish it would have worked out, because that would have been some super legendary children that they would have had.
Here's the thing. This is a selfish reason. We wouldn't have gotten our JD interview if he was still married to Janet Jackson.
You think so?
No way.
I think so.
It'd be a different type of security. Well, unless he,
I mean,
unless
were the kids going to be at the studio?
Well, unless he was using our interview as an excuse to go fuck some other bitches.
Oh my!
So free time.
Yo, I got a link with Rory and Mal.
We're gonna take some ice cream.
It's gonna be 8 hours.
Gonna taste some ice cream. Janet walking. We putting ice cream on bitches. Like
it's Janet. It's vegan.
Yeah.
We're saving the animals, Janet.
I'm glad y'all think life is a fucking joke.
Oh man.
What? Of course, I've cheated and been cheated on. I'm allowed to make these jokes. Why is that always the excuse when you can make a joke? Like, it's happened to me, so
That
it's
you're
okay.
a victim?
Yeah. Well, that was some weird psyche, because I did see everyone. I was looking at my timeline in real time when it was happening. I just wasn't watching the doc of people like, how the fuck could Jermaine Dupri cheat on Janet Jackson? And
They did that same thing when Maul's uncle allegedly cheated on our queen. Like,
well, that was just a rollout.
My uncle Jay. Jay, my fucking uncle.
That's his,
He'd be more like my brother
that's
than
big
anything.
bro. What's he talking about? That's his
my
peer.
uncle.
his big homie. My bad.
Yeah, I ain't got no big homie.
We gotta stop. Yo, people need big homies. Can we stop with this?
I'm not saying they
People-
don't. Who's my big homie?
Oh no,
You
I
gotta
don't
have
know.
who your big homie?
I don't have a big homie.
You got a fucking big. Everybody has a big homie.
I don't
You
have.
have mad big
you know
brothers. You have a big.
That's
homie,
not my
bro.
big homies. That's my brother. Look what you talking about. It's a
Okay,
difference.
but your
actually my big
your
Yeah, that's my brothers.
Your brothers were other people's big homies. If they weren't,
I'm talking about my big homies.
okay, but if they weren't your brothers, they would be your big homie, right?
If they weren't, but I can't. Yeah, but I can't speak
So
to
they're
that.
your
They're
big
my
homies.
brothers. Nah, I got big brothers. I don't have big homies.
But
I never looked up to an older dude in the street and followed behind him, and I was never with that shit.
what? This is your ego talking. What do you mean you gotta follow behind him? No, you could learn from.
Nah, I was never. I learned from people in my family, my household.
Because your household was the big homies.
Yeah,
Nah,
not everyone has the same household.
Yeah, I'm
as you.
sorry.
I ain't got no
and
big
not
homies.
everybody is a rock.
A big
boy.
homie. A big homie is somebody that is from your neighborhood that puts you on, and I never had that.
Okay,
I learned early. First of all, I learned early because it was a situation where it was one dude in my hood that he was, and it's crazy when you think about it, because he may have only been like 7 years older than me.
That's
But when
usually
you're
how it
like
goes.
14, like a dude that's 22 seems like
Sometimes
a grown
even
man.
less.
Right.
Be like 3 years. You're like, damn, you only 3 years older than me.
Exactly, right? So he was like, he was a 5%er. So he used to be trying to drop knowledge on me every day, give me lessons and all of that. So I always like took heed to his words. I would stop kicking with him. And one day we was talking, and he was like, yo, you going up the block? I was like, yeah, I'm about to go over this way. He was like, yo, stop by the weed spot for me. He was like, and bring me back a dub. So I was like, all right, cool. So he gave me $20. I walked to the weed spot. I'm looking. Nobody's at the gate. Like, I guess they had shut it down, whatever. Cops might have been, patrolling, whatever, made it hot. So it was a dude standing, like, near the gate as well, like, almost towards the street. But I thought he was just waiting for them to open the gate back up and start serving. So I walked back, stood there for like 3 minutes. I was like, man, I'm out. Walked back again. I was like, ain't nobody over there. He says, ain't nobody over there. I was like, nah. He said, oh, all right, cool. He said, yeah, that dude, homie that's standing over there, I thought that was the D's. Like, I thought that was like the undercover. Like,
Oh, so he sent you instead of him doing.
so I looked at this nigga
Well, that's
like,
just a scumbag. That's not a.
right. So I looked at this nigga like, so you gonna send me over here on some dummy mission? Like, you peeped the dude standing there. I didn't even like really notice the guy until I got over there.
You was under 17 though. They would
Nah,
take-
but that's
No,
that's
that-
what
no, it's still
happens.
fucked up.
That's
No,
what
I'm joking.
happens
I'm
in the
joking.
hood.
I'm
A
joking.
lot of these older dudes manipulate these younger dudes, because that's all. If we being honest, that's all that goes on. A lot of these older dudes just manipulate these younger dudes to
100%.
doing dumb shit. So I learned early, like, everybody just because they older than you, not gonna have the best intentions for you, not gonna have the best advice for you.
Agree.
So, nigga, listen to your mother, listen to your family,
Well, but-
and that's it.
Some of those people are parents too.
Yeah,
And
but
there are good people.
No, I'm not saying it's
Yeah.
not, but I just learned from shit like that. You just can't, because it's like you know what's really going on out here. So
But-
to say I never had a big homie.
But the other side of that, and I feel like women have kind of pushed this narrative of like, yo, you corny if you call someone big bro, or like, yo, you really got an older dude that you call that. And it's like, yeah, you're actually trying to cripple the development of a young mind.
Absolutely.
Like, no, it's okay to have a big bro. It's okay to say now, if you don't even know that dude and he's the same age as you,
That's just weird.
now, if he has more money than you, that's why you call him big bro.
That's nasty.
fucking
That's
weird.
who we be making fun
But
of.
I'm saying, like, but that stigma has trickled down to kids that they're like, yo, I can never even look at someone and call him big bro. It's like, no, you have a developing mind. You should go get a big bro.
Rory, who's your big homie?
Nobody that anyone would know.
Conan O'Brien.
Yeah, Conan O'Brien. We label mates.
Eden, who's your big homie?
Usher.
I said Eden, not Carl.
Oh,
Carlos
Mary.
Santana.
The dude from Coco.
The dude from Coco.
Well, anyways, back to JD cheating. The psyche of that was just funny because JD being like, yeah, it was mad bitches that wanted to fuck me because I was fucking Janet Jackson.
It be like that.
It
though.
be like that.
It
And,
really
and it's
be
like,
like
I'm
that.
like, why is no one just shitting on the entire situation of that rather than just JD? Why are these girls not fucking weird?
Because listen, man, it's okay. It's always the guy's fault.
That's true.
It's always the guy's fault. If you cheat, it's
he
never.
said it was his fault.
Yeah, and it is. I said it's always the guy's fault because you the one that you had sex, so you have a relationship. So yeah, that's your fault. The loyalty is not in the women to not fuck Janet's boyfriend. Like they don't know Janet. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, you supposed to not fuck her. So I understand that,
But I think that's weird to begin with.
That is weird.
What?
It is weird. Bitches be weird.
And granted, men do that now too, which is also
What?
extremely
What you talking
weird. But wanting to fuck someone because they're fucking someone.
But that happens now. A lot of these dudes that's fucking these girls only fuck them because another dude that they think is a bigger artist or bigger athlete than them fuck them.
I'm aware. I'm saying it happens across the board. I just think it's the weirdest fucking thing.
Yeah, I know
on
it's
planet
very
Earth.
weird. But it's
Like,
weird times. We know that.
fucking
It's weird,
weird.
sick times, bro. Like nobody. We just had a good talk with our guy Pink Sweats. And a lot of things he was saying was people are afraid to just be themselves.
Yeah.
People are, they trying to have sex with a bunch of women because they think that's what they're supposed to do. That's what makes them cool. That's what. But they don't really want to do that. You know what I mean? Like they want to just have a girlfriend and be in love and.
Well, they don't know themselves, so they think they'll find it.
They don't know themselves. Exactly.
But they do know that guy, and they know who he fucked. So let me try to fuck.
And they know how much money he makes. They know how many endorsements
But
he
you think
has.
fucking that random hoe is the reason he has money?
No, but they think it's like I'm on the same level because we fuck the same women. You know what I mean? Like that's the mentality with a lot of these dudes. They think that they're on the same level because they sleep with the same women.
Hold on.
I'm just telling you.
Actually, didn't Meek just tweet some shit like that? Like, oh, you touch the same girl as me, or whatever. Meek be tweeting.
Wait, no. We have to find what he said because what did he say?
Bring that up, Damaris, while I talk about
You
Law's
touch the
point.
same women as me? What? I need to know what
No,
the
it's-
last bar was.
That
It's
sounds
funny,
sick.
but see, if some dude came to me on that type of weirdo shit and said I touched the same chick as you, and it was a bum chick, no, we're both dirty.
Yeah, we both pieces of shit.
Like you're not. No, we're both not.
You're
on
not
a high
better
level.
than me, yeah.
And my high level has nothing to do with fucking her. I fuck down.
Yeah, yeah, like you
So
gotta
if
know
you
when I'm
fucked
fucking
her,
down.
Trust me, that does not make
We're
us
not
in
the
the
same.
same capacity.
The tweet is, you did not hit my girl / little chick or whatever you call it. I just ripped before you. I know it's a little exciting. We touched the same woman, LOL. But you don't got to downplay me to boost your ego up. Just vibe out.
I don't know what that means. I'm not hip.
I
Vibe
He
out.
basically was saying, you ain't fuck my girl. I just happened to fuck before you. I know you excited because we touched the same girl, but you ain't got to downplay me to boost your ego up.
Who's he talking to?
Just
Do we know?
fuck. I don't know. This was February 1st of... Oh, shit. This was earlier this week. So I don't know.
I think he's kind of suggesting of what the conversation we're having, which is a weird one to begin with.
That
But
men think that because they sleep with the same women I've slept with, that we're the same.
yeah, or even maybe you got one up on me, or like, yo, I hit Meek's girl, and it's like, no, I mean,
That wasn't his
my
girl.
no, he just and
Yeah,
he,
that wasn't
he
my
just
girl.
happened to fuck her because we're men and we'll literally fuck anything. So no, we're all dirty. We just wanted to fuck. Anyways, with that said, we can stay in music and get out of this.
What music?
Benny and Cole, did you set that up?
Yes. No. I said
you
yes
set
too.
that up?
No, I didn't set that up, but I love that record. Love that record.
Now, do we think Benny is gonna put that Drake feature he's been talking about for quite some time on this album?
I heard it. I didn't hear.
Yeah, we've heard it, but he's talked about it. I'm not saying anything he's not talked about.
Yeah.
He's
I
talking
think
about it
that
for a little
will.
bit.
I think that should be on this project.
Mhm.
I think it should. I don't know if I'm trying to remember the verses. I don't know if it sounds. It's probably a little dated now.
Yeah.
But that he should definitely put that out sooner than later.
Did you have
Santana
any...
Talk 4 would be the one for that.
I agree.
Yeah, for that
I
Drake
totally agree.
feature for sure.
Did you find it at all weird that J. Cole did Benny's tag before his own verse.
So I'm
Like Cole wasn't coming. He said the butcher already rapped.
So here's an interesting thing. So me and my homie was talking last night about this, and his theory is that, which is what happens a lot, or used to happen a lot, is when dudes would do feature verses with other artists, they would throw little subliminals, and throw shots at them. Like,
that was definitely
the reference he brought up was when Jay and Drake did what's the song that one of the first features that Jay did with Drake?
Yeah, Light Up on
Not Light Up. It wasn't Light Up. It was the other one.
Pound Cake.
Yes. So when Jay said the line about using braces, or I was doing this since you was in braces, or whatever he said, he was saying like that was low key a shot at Drake, because you was young too at that time when I was really out here selling records, getting money, or in the streets.
Why would that be a shot at Drake? Drake, that's science. That's not a
no.
Drake was a child.
But he was talking about as far as like these new rappers, like these younger rappers.
Before you had braces, the all Mac Maybach, but I'm not a racist. There you go.
Thank you, Jesus.
You're welcome.
So he was saying how a lot of lines like that, it'd be shots at the newer generation of rappers.
Okay, I get that one.
So he was saying that he feels like Cole did the same thing kind of to Benny on this joint. But I said it's very weird if he did, because he started with Benny's tag at what Benny left off with on his verse.
Yeah,
Cole came in. I'm like, if that's kind of weird.
All right, when I first,
because I've never heard it like that. Like, you don't say the rapper's tag that you're coming in after and then throw subliminals at him. Like,
I mean, I don't,
and it's just sport. It's not beef. It's like
not.
It's just rappers used to do that for sport.
I don't say it, but I could imagine it would be fun to say. So maybe Cole was literally just in the studio and said it because he really fucks with Benny, and he probably says.
Oh no, absolutely he fucks. He wouldn't do the verse.
It's a tag I wish I could say, but I just don't say it.
Yeah.
It seems like a fun tag to say.
Yeah,
I could see if someone would do that in the studio and maybe just kept it. But the context of what Cole was talking about on the verse was a little odd, coming off what Benny was saying in his verse.
Yeah.
And I in no way think that J. Cole is questioning what Benny did in Buffalo in the 90s. But it was just like, you heard someone talk all that talk, and then Cole came on and said, all y'all do is talk all that talk and be lying.
But that's what, so see what I'm saying? It's kind of like, was it subliminals?
If Cole did that on like his album,
we could understand.
I would get it. It was like, all right after Benny did exactly what you just said in your verse.
And we starting bullshit right now.
100%.
But it's okay.
You know Cole is sitting there like, all right, man, what the fuck?
I just laid a verse.
Like listen, I don't do the thug shit, so I had to find a different angle.
Yeah, I had to talk about the world shaking when the day I was born, lightning and fire. Like,
Yo, what a day. Holy shit.
So that's how Terminator 2 started.
Isn't that
actually.
the day after tomorrow? I think I've seen that movie.
I've seen Terminator 3, Judgment Day, for sure.
Yeah, man. Dennis Quaid, and we'll get right back to music, and Day After Tomorrow. Literally, when the world was fucking ending and helicopters were freezing in mid-fucking air, walked from D.C. to New York.
Yeah.
And then when he got there, after the world's demise was inevitable, he got to the library, and then the sun came out.
Yeah. And his son came out.
I didn't get the metaphor.
The sun, you got to tie it all together. The sun came out and his son came out.
Dennis Quaid went into the fucking White House and was like, yo, anything below this or above this line, everybody dead.
Yeah.
I'm about to walk up there and go grab my son. It's over forever. Nothing's going to change. He got up there and it was like fucking 80 degrees.
But
beautiful day.
You missed the
Could have went to Rockaway Beach that day.
With the whole point of what the movie was, the love of a father conquers all, even when the world is ending. You know what I mean? You got your father's love. You have a father. I have a father.
My father
dad
is not
walking
in the snow
to come see.
He's not walking down the block.
It's not happening.
Especially when he's a scientist and knows you're going to die.
Man, listen, it's snowing outside. My pop's gonna be like, yo, listen, why are you even out there, first of all?
Yeah, sometimes we all got to go.
It's just
at some point, this is going to end.
My dad is not walking from no fucking D.C. to New York to save me. Not happening.
Anyways, yes, I do love the verse. And no, I don't think J. Cole was suggesting that Benny was lying in his rhymes.
Okay.
But Cole, like, at this point, and I love Cole and I love the verse, we know rappers lie. You don't need to tell me that.
Yeah. I mean, rappers lie, but I just like the fact that, you know, because you wouldn't expect. Actually, I probably would have expected a Benny and J. Cole
Oh, for sure.
song together.
Without question. Yeah. That wasn't weird to me.
Yeah, it wasn't weird. I didn't think that it was I didn't think it would sound like that though.
That's exactly how I thought it was now. Same
Really?
with the Drake one that he has that
I didn't
people
think
eventually
it would
hear.
sound like that though. I love the fact that it had that sample that
It was Alchemist, right?
yeah. I think
Pretty sure though.
maybe it might be him and Derringer. I don't want to not give Derringer
For
any
sure.
credit, but I think it was both of them. But yeah, I love that record. Shout out to Benny, Tana Talk 4 coming soon. Shout out to Conway as well. God Don't Make Mistakes coming soon as well. I think the 25th. I don't know if I'm putting anything out there prematurely.
Ooh, exclusive.
Yeah, Conway sent me the album. It sounds really good. I think he may be adding some songs because he sent it to me like 2 weeks ago.
That's wild that we have a group chat and I didn't hear it.
It's wild that we be
that's
together.
so crazy that like he sent it by mail.
By mail.
Was it a digital file?
It was it was a digital file he sent to me.
He sent you a hard drive in the mail.
Nah.
He sent you a DAT.
He sent me a digital file like 2 weeks ago. I listened to the album. Really dope. I'm happy that it's finally getting done. And you heard it though. You've been in the sessions.
I've heard
a lot of the songs are still on there. He added maybe a couple more. He got a joint with Hit Boy that Hit Boy did on there. That's super hard.
Dope.
So I'm happy to see that Benny and Conway, top of the year, getting their projects out. Shout out to Griselda. That's family.
Hit Boy put out a little snippet on his IG story of him and Frank.
Yeah.
He played something that sounded kind of sounded like Frank was in shape and a little motivated, like somebody just broke his heart.
Well, that's good. You know we're gonna get beautiful art when that happens.
100%.
Yeah.
Listen, fellas, get out there and
Break heart.
break Frank's heart.
Look at what you
Rory
wish
is
on my man.
yo, that's what I'm saying. It's like, what you mean, fellas, get out there and break Frank's heart?
I don't really mean that. I don't want Frank to.
You want him to find love and happiness?
Yeah, it's just I'm a selfish fan sometimes, and if I don't know you personally, maybe I don't particularly care what happens in your personal life as long as the music's good.
I feel you.
Fans
I'm
won't
not- I'm
admit
the
that.
same.
All of us are just like, no, let's think about their mental health.
Yes, yeah, no.
Like, nah, I'm thinking about mine, and when mine's fucked up, I listen to Frank Ocean.
And he
So I'm thinking
helps
about my own mental health.
He helps me. Fuck what he's going through in his real life. He helps me.
Rory, what's your favorite Frank song?
Forrest Gump.
Stop it, Maul.
What? What did I do? That was a great movie. I don't know if you remember the movie or not.
Let me start looking for a new job.
My favorite Frank song. That's a really good question. I don't know.
The joint with
Do I
him and,
sound like a hipster and say one that's not on the albums?
Go ahead, sure.
I like Blue Whale a lot. I have that on repeat often. I don't know why. I like when Frank raps. I think he's an underrated rapper.
Yeah, he is a good rapper.
What about you, Mo?
My favorite Frank record, probably the joint with 3000.
Pink Matter. Pink Matter is incredible.
Pink Matter is amazing.
I mean, Frank, I revisited Blonde, and we got into that quickly with Pink Sweat, so we don't have to talk about Blonde too often, but Blonde aged really fucking well. That's like, to me, Blonde is like the lyrical rap album for R&B. It's not crazy instrumentals.
No, Nights.
Nights is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Nights is probably the most instrumental part of that album.
Yeah,
Frank's
that's probably
pen shit is crazy on Blonde.
Yeah.
I was listening to Godspeed the other day. Godspeed is up
amazing.
there.
That's
with me.
amazing.
I'm
Amazing
gonna have to revisit Blonde. Super Rich Kids is mine off of Channel Orange. I love Super Rich Kids.
I see that. I can
Yeah,
definitely
we
see
need a
that.
new Frank Ocean project.
It's badly.
Take his time, man. You know Frank.
What you mean take his time? It's been time.
This is
We
what-
done gave time.
what, 5
time.
years?
He was just with Hit Boy on fucking Dilla drums.
Well, that's good to know that he is recording.
Yeah, for sure.
That's good to know.
I
So-
did. Go ahead, Demers.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Before we got off the Cole and Benny shit,
Benny, I see he said he wants a rock chain and a J verse.
I saw that.
I saw that.
Don't
And
we
He-
all?
and I laughed at it.
I mean-
exactly. I was like, don't we all want a verse from Jay? I don't even rap and I want a verse from Jay.
Yeah, but it's got to be a little different when you got Jay's number and you keep sending him amazing records and he goes, "This is an amazing record,"
This
and
is
then you're just
fire.
like, "Yo." It's crazy because I think, don't you rap?
Yo, don't you know how to do that,
Like-
right?
Nah, man,
Like,
Blue
what you
Ivy
doing
now.
this afternoon?
Yeah, you free? You got access to a studio?
Yeah. And I'm sorry, is that 4 rock chains on your neck right now? You got a lot of those. That's
It's one laying around.
Yeah.
I could get one of those. But I think Benny will eventually get a verse from Jay because I know that Jay really fucks with Benny.
you know Benny was at Highlight Room in the section getting crazy, looked over, saw Big Sean with his choker rock chain and was like, I should go. I should
you
go
growling
rob
like
Sean because that's how I think people from Buffalo talk.
So
He
much.
growled at Big Sean's chain.
It's choker.
I think Benny will end up getting a rock chain though.
He
I think
should.
he will. I
I think West should probably get it the first one.
all three of them will. I believe.
As
I
they
think
should.
him, Conway, and Benny will get one.
But the co-verse of trying to call out rappers about lying about selling drugs and all that shit, we know that. But this new wave, well, not new wave, but new era of the blog rapper that claimed that they weren't street and like, hey, I am a regular person. We got to get into some of their lies.
Mm-hmm.
Because they always love that line, like, nah, I'm a nice guy, but my man's got it.
Yeah.
I've seen your crew. Your man's does not have it. Like, how many
No,
times
it's
has
different now though, Rory.
how many times has the nerd rapper been like, listen, I'm a good guy, like all that, but yo, whatever my friends do, I don't even know. I came up with crazy dude. My whole crew is killers, but I'm a nice guy. I've seen your crew. Like, they're just like you. They're a nice human being. We can all be nice human beings. It's
But
okay.
Rory, it's getting because they just arrested a young man that was going to a university in Tennessee on the dean's list, straight A student, and he's been transporting handguns back and forth from Tennessee to New York for months.
Okay, he's just good at transportation. Doesn't mean he's
No, but he's
will
also
shoot
good.
me.
He's also good at school.
He's
Straight A student.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with rappers lying about their crews to
No,
try
I'm
to
just saying,
add some type of?
He can be classified as a nerd. He's a straight A student. That's nerd shit.
Oh, this is a different point. I think there's mad people that are classified nerds that'll beat the shit out of a fucking quote unquote gangster or
Oh,
shoot
no.
a quote unquote gangster way before they'll do the other way. I know mad killers that went to college.
Straight A's.
3.5.
That was just weird for me. Like that's some real life power book.
But you're from the era where not everyone went to college. College was really common to some degree when I went to college. Mad killers went to college.
No,
at
I know
time.
that. I know. It's a lot of kids that are in schools and universities that are tough kids for sure. But transporting handguns to New York from Tennessee every month,
I mean, that's where the guns is at.
bro. That story is fucking. That's a movie. Like somebody needs to sit down and write that. Because that's
a
a movie.
smart person.
But that's what I'm
Except
saying. It's
for-
a movie. Like transporting guns and you're a straight A student. Come on, fam. That's a movie.
I agree with you.
That's a movie. That sounds like The Accountant.
So, Spike Lee is set to direct a multi-part documentary about Colin Kaepernick.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
It's going to be through ESPN.
If
Cap-
anybody is the guy for the job, it's Spike.
And I want Cap to get his shit off, man.
Yeah.
His
His special on Netflix was really good.
It's a big misconception of that entire Cap situation. He really said like 2 sentences and then shut up and minded his business.
And
He let actions talk. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying he like Cap. When was the last time you heard Cap talk?
well,
I don't even know what his voice sounds like.
Well, he signed that agreement, that settlement with the NFL. I think.
But Spike Lee didn't.
No, Spike Lee. He could talk all the shit he want. But I think Kaepernick. I think that probably most likely was in that agreement that he couldn't really be publicly stating, or slandering the NFL and their policies and all of that. Like, I think I'm almost positive that was part of the agreement.
Oh, for sure, without question, definitely that settlement.
Yeah.
But still in music stuff, Amber Mark's album is incredible. I don't know if you had a chance to listen to that.
I didn't hear it yet.
Really, really, really good. It's 17 records, so it may take the average consumer a little time to get through it. But Amber Mark's shit is great. We talked to Pink Sweats. Pink Sweats' album is out right now.
Really good. Pink Moon, really good album.
Blast
really good.
on there, Black's on
The
there.
drum with him and Blast is crazy.
Sabrina Claudio. Who else is on there? Kirby is on there.
Tori Kelly,
It's a great album.
real R&B shit.
Ross Deluxe came out. Is that still your album of the year?
It was never my album of the year. You an asshole, man. It wasn't my album of the year, but I do like the record with him and AZ on the deluxe.
I do too. I like that record.
Yeah, shout out to AZ. What else came out?
Cameron freestyle. It was a good week for
Funk
Harlem.
Flex. Yeah, Funk Flex freestyle, Cam. But that's what Cam does. We know that. We know Cam is gonna give us a freestyle every few years and just let us know, like, yo, I don't even really do this rap shit like that, but
let me rap.
I ain't have nothing else to do today, so I'm gonna come up here and do this. Promote his Pink Panther sex shots.
Which he claims is the reason
ASAP Rocky got Rihanna pregnant. Yeah. Check the
everything
date.
fell at the right time for Harlem.
Come on, man, Harlem.
But no, freestyle is great. It is a good reminder to know that Cam could still do that whenever
Yeah, when he
fuck
wants to. When Cam, he don't. This rap shit it comes easy for Cam. It's easy for Cam, and you can see it. He treats it like it is.
I will say I did love his versus scheme and what he was getting off with the versus stuff.
Still lost.
But a lot of it sounded like when you getting cooked on the block and then you go, yo, but I still fuck bitches though.
Yeah. This ain't got nothing to do with none of that. Like you out here getting smoked. Like, all right, yeah, you got chicks and all that, but you getting your ass beat on this corner.
He said, all right, Kiss told you about Miami.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you about the rest of my properties. I loved how he flipped it. I am joking. I thought that was ill.
He did his thing.
And I no, that freestyle was
Cam
fucking
got his shit off.
incredible.
Shout out to Cam, man. Cam is just such a character, man. Like I just laugh.
Well, I can't talk to Cam unless I pay him 150 grand.
Yeah, he made that very clear. That
he dissed the shit out of me and you.
Yeah, it's okay.
He said Gillian Noy and that's it. The rest of y'all some chatty fucking patties. Here's some money.
I'll pay Cam $100,000 to come sit with us if we could sit here and watch the verses with him and laugh.
Can that come out of your end?
Yeah, I'll pay it.
I laughed for free.
I want to know. I want Cam to sit right here with $100,000 cash on the table and a screen with the verses playing.
And can we watch the Who Shot Your freestyle twice?
Yeah. Like, can we keep bringing that back? Like, it got to be some. Here's the $100K, Cam, but we gonna watch this verses. We gonna dissect this as a family. We gonna talk about these bars you got.
Can we really? And then can we call Joel's and ask him what happened after he said they ain't got no girl records?
Proceeded to play was it a Mariah record that dropped right after that? That's what I'm saying, Cam. You can get the $100K, bro, but we gotta watch verses together.
Ride or Die bitch came on. It was like, all right.
We gotta watch the verses.
I know you creeping up the left side, but
yeah, that ain't gonna stand up to this.
Eve like to smoke, drink liquor, like to fuck till I come.
Yeah, it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. But shout out to Cam,
for
man.
sure. And again, that freestyle was really, really good. You Are a Barb. Are you counting down the hours while we're recording this? It's not out yet. Nicki's been doing some press.
Nicki and Lil Baby.
Yeah,
I like Lil Baby, so I'm thinking that this record is gonna be good. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't be. Two of the best artists we have.
That happens all the time. Two of the best artists we have put out music all the time.
mad times.
Not now, unless Lil Baby gets on there and tries to sing, like
Who said Lil Baby was gonna be the problem?
You think Nicki's gonna be a problem
I
on her own
didn't
record?
think anything. I just said who said that Lil Baby was gonna be the problem.
Oh, but you're alluding to something. If you're alluding, just say it. This is a safe space with the marriage. You can allude to whatever you want.
And with Nicki, I feel like when she collaborates, she usually stands out.
And Nicki has kicked legends' asses on features.
Listen, everyone can say what the fuck they want about 6ix9ine and his music, or Nicki's decision to do it. I'm not arguing that. Her verse on that shit, she was smoked that shit. This is a fucking stand up.
Listen, I don't
stand
know.
out rather.
I don't know when it became cool to not like Nicki, but it did. It became.
She added to it.
Did she?
Yeah, to some degree, but
Yeah.
not in
I'm
any
a
fault
Nicki-
to her. That's
I'm
just how
a Nicki
that's just how
fan since high
society works.
school.
When you just start defending yourself, people just start to hate you more.
Yeah.
So yeah, she added to it by defending herself, which is very unfair to tell a person you're making it worse by defending yourself. But that's just the world we live in. And then when I tried to say that, she said, "Well, you should stick a broom up your asshole and then tell me how you feel." And I was like, "I do see the correlation in what you're saying."
Yeah. I see how you got to that. Yeah.
But I fuck with Nicki. I'm excited to hear it. Weird transition, but makes sense. And Meek tweets. Meek's been a little tweety lately.
Has he? He's back in the tweets?
He went on Twitter and talked about Atlantic, I think, blocking him from signing Roddy. Please bring up the whole thing because I don't want to misquote it. I was unfamiliar with I know there was a connection between Meek and Roddy, but I didn't know that it was that close to as he was going to sign to Dream Chasers. Maybe I missed that, and I could be very ignorant. Don't kill me for that. I just didn't know.
So look, I made Atlantic Records hundreds of millions and let them break me out of Roddy, artist they came to me about in jail. They still saying I can't drop music until 9 months after my last album got blackballed, just wrapped buildings and Nina art with talent. Roddy, my youngin' still, but that label separated us instantly when the millions came in from him. Same thing they tried to do with me and Rose. It takes a long time to catch up to because most of them tied in for the love of some money. Artists scared to speak up. They didn't put nothing into Expensive Pain and then said I can't drop another project for 9 months at the end of my contract after I made them hundreds of millions. How can anybody survive that? Most rappers can't speak because they depend on these companies. I don't. If I didn't have millions, I'd probably do something crazy. They outsmarting young black kids, taking advantage of them, calling it business. Other artists speak up and tell the truth while you winning, not while you down. I had to think Roddy didn't come to me. He was on his own grind. They bought him to me and cut me out as soon as the money came. The label should have paid me, not Roddy. Then they fed him like I was trying to lock him in. I was trying to help and eat and get $1 from the label.
Okay.
He said him and Roddy good now, but this ain't about him.
Well, I do think there is a lot of things there that Meek said that are true. It's a bit contradictory in saying that the label's doing everything for business, but your problem with the Roddy thing is that
You're not eating off it.
It affected your business. You have the same argument the label does. Because if Roddy were to sign to a joint venture, Meek would get a cut of it instead of signing directly to the label where the label would eat the full whatever percentage that they would do with Rocky rather than cutting in joint ventures, typically about 25% there. So his issue with Atlantic is his own issue.
Well, I think he's more so saying like, at least let us break that bread together. Like, don't try to make money off an artist that I basically put y'all on to.
I thought that was the opposite though, because I would agree with you there. Didn't he say that the label brought Roddy to him? Damaris, isn't that what he said there?
Yeah, he said the label brought Roddy to him.
Like the same way.
So basically, like help him develop the artist. He helped develop the artist, and the label cut him out.
Like you remember when Game signed to Interscope and didn't know what to do with him. They were like, well, this G Unit thing over here is doing really well, so let's pair him and make him G Unit, so that can just go with that movement, and then just let's go make Roddy Dream Chasers. And from what it seems like, Roddy developed himself quicker, and the label went, hey, we no longer need Dream Chasers to push this. We should just sign this. And first of all, I think he would have to be signed a label direct before they even brought him to Dream Chasers. So his deal would be that way. The only thing that would dilute would be Atlantic's in that regard. So if they don't need Dream Chasers for it, why would I dilute what I have? Now, again, I'm critical of labels, but it seems like Meek's issue with the label is the same issue he has about the entire thing.
Right. I mean, it's probably more personal things attached to that he probably just didn't put out there in a tweet.
But so what I do agree with him in that regard is I've made you $100 fucking million.
Yeah.
I've made you a shit ton of money that I have not seen.
Yeah.
You want to bring this kid and use my authenticity as a way to launch this kid's career. Yeah, you do owe me.
You owe me.
You owe me a little bit.
Absolutely. And I think that happens more than we probably think, or well, we know that it happens more than people would think. But again, you asking to change so many things though in music business if you have an issue with that. Because if you have an issue with that, that's just one of many issues that you have with the way the music business goes.
Well, I mean, I think Meek, at the part he's in his career, and I could tell by those tweets, obviously he wants to get out of his contract. Meek as an independent artist right now would be probably the most profitable he'd ever be in his career.
I think he is out of his contract.
Well, he can be if he's saying he got to wait 9 months to put out his...
No, I think that might have been in the contract because he said they didn't put nothing to expensive pain in this, that I can't drop another project for 9 months for another project for 9 months at the end of my contract. Yeah, so
he's still on the
that's sort
contract.
of the Frank Ocean law to some degree, because what Frank did to get out of his Def Jam shit was did the fake album and then the next day put out the real album independently. And a lot of that is when other labels buy out shit and you paid for all that momentum and then it's like another label's going to put it out. But that is more the Frank Ocean law. But Meek should want that time, I feel like, to let this shit breathe and get organized if you're out of your contract. I don't know that Meek is out of his contract, but...
Again, yeah, we don't know what his contract is. And, if... It sounds like he does have an issue with his contract. But in 9 months, he'll be able to put out another project. 9 months is not that long.
No, certainly, especially when you're creating music.
Yeah, end of the year, he can put out another project. That's not a bad position to be in. I understand he wants the freedom to do whatever he wants to do right now. But when you sign these contracts, these are the things that you got to think about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there may come a time where you're not happy with the label and how things are going. So maybe I shouldn't sign more than a 1 album deal. Put this album out, see how it goes, and we can renegotiate. Like, it's a lot of what the athletes are doing now. They're signing a lot of 1-year deals. Certain teams get a money, get a bag. If it works out, we can renegotiate. Yeah, it should be the same with artists. If you're gonna sign a major label deal, sometimes they won't allow you to do a 1 album deal. But hopefully you work yourself into a position. But be independent. Like now more than ever.
I mean, if you can, again,
I just don't. Now more than ever, an artist like me can be independent. He has the fan base. He has the following. He has, the support. He has the relationships. Me can do whatever the fuck he wants independently.
Yeah. I'm curious what he thinks, and I don't know. I'm really asking what Atlantic didn't do promotion-wise that they had done in the past with his other albums. Because it sounds like he's upset that it was under-promoted. And then on top of that, you did the Roddy shit that I disagree with, so fuck y'all. Now I can't even put out music. Fuck y'all. So get the frustration there from his perspective. But I feel like, just from my eyes as a consumer and as someone that enjoys Meek Mill's music, I thought it was everywhere. Right. I feel like that album cover I could not stop seeing. It was a great album cover too. Yeah. I think that's why they focused on it, because it was so eye-catching. For like a month, I feel like I could never not see that fucking Meek album.
They definitely had it visible. You definitely seen it. You definitely knew Meek's album was out. You definitely heard some of the records on the album playing.
Yeah, maybe they didn't work the records the way he thought with playlisting and radio and certain.
Did y'all like that
album? No, I didn't.
No, I didn't like that album.
Oh, okay, so have we ever considered that maybe that's why it didn't work?
Yes, in that entire thing.
Yeah, but
that's my personal
I'm saying
opinion.
what Meek is probably speaking to is
Meek's
more
fans.
business shit that was supposed to be done that wasn't done. Now, the art, the actual music, I didn't like all of it. I thought that there was some records on there that were really good. I never questioned Meek's rapping. It's not about the rap. We know that Meek can rap.
And make real records.
I just didn't, it wasn't enough good records that I thought should have been on it. Because Meek is one of those artists now that he's an album artist.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like his albums have to be good, if not great. You know what I mean? So no, I didn't really like the last album, but I love Meek. I love what he represents. I love his story. I love the fact that, you know, his mentality, his boss mentality. You know what I'm saying? I love everything that Meek represents. But the last album, to me, it just wasn't what I expected. I didn't really like the last album.
Yeah. Well, I hope that shit gets together. And if Meek is out of his contract and can be independent, I think that's going to be insane amount of money for fucking Meek. Last thing, music-wise, no pun intended, music versus Anthony Hamilton, Valentine's Day.
Who y'all got?
On Valentine's Day, it's looking pretty slim for me. But
in the verses,
looking very quiet. In the verses, Music Soul Child, Anthony Hamilton.
Why are you thinking?
Ooh, don't do that.
Why are you pretending to think right now?
Don't do that.
Don't sway your chair and look around.
You can only play Charlene once, right?
Yo, nah, you can play Charlene twice.
How many times? Twice?
I think about Charlene often. Why she do him like that?
Yeah, Charlene was damn man. She fucked Ant up.
I was really rooting for them too.
Yeah.
Like that was a couple I was really rooting for. Then come to find out she just left.
Yeah.
Like listen, man, he was on the road. Like she was trying to pay for the fucking house you left, Charlene.
Yeah, this versus is gonna be let's just say it's not a battle no more. It's just celebration, man. Anthony Hamilton and Music Soul Child are gonna play some of their catalog. It's gonna be a great night of music, a great night of love songs, a great night of R&B, and we're just gonna enjoy the music and enjoy the moments and the time travel, because these records are gonna take us back to like the early 2000s.
Okay.
Music. I don't know music. I don't know if you listen to us and you watch this. You better play "Merry Go Round." I know that.
Why the fuck wouldn't he?
I just don't know the way they set lists be set up. Sometimes they be skipping over joints. So I'm like, no. You gotta play the "Merry Go Round."
In no way do I really use Apple Essentials as any regard to what is their essentials or will be played. But as an Anthony Hamilton fan, I really fuck with Anthony Hamilton. I think Come Where I'm From is a classic album.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's an incredible artist. He's just not Music Soul Child.
He doesn't have the...
If I'm Music Soul Child, I'm because I respect Anthony Hamilton, I won't say anything. But in my head, I'm like, dog, really?
Mm-hmm.
This is what y'all gave me?
Yeah. But it's just like I said, it's not a battle. It's just R&B songs.
I was doing the hot takes of putting music up against Maxwell, and I think he wouldn't beat D'Angelo, but I think he has a really good shot in that verses. Like
music against Maxwell?
Yes.
That would be bad for music.
Y'all have Music Soul Child all the way fucked up.
Maxwell
I do not. I'm not saying he would beat him. I'm just saying he's a viable candidate to be in that conversation with those people. He may lose, but music deserves to be in that conversation. I don't want to take anything away from Anthony Hamilton.
No,
they're not in the same sentence.
I know what you mean.
Music, just wait for that. Wait for that music 20. You're going to be like, all right, man.
No, I'm very clear. You know what I'm saying? I'm very clear, but Maxwell, he might be out of music's league. And I love Music Soul Child, but Maxwell he's just a different artist to me.
All right, man.
Who y'all got going against Uncle Charlie?
Is that what's going on right now?
No. I was just wondering, because I was thinking about, music, Anthony Hamilton, Maxwell.
Charlie Wilson?
Yeah.
You got to be somebody that got what? Because he got what, 40, 50 years in? 40 years in?
Fat, what, like, just off, like, not even the crazy records. Like, what is Anthony Hamilton doing when just, like, this just quickly comes on? This ain't even going to be in the finals.
Yeah,
like, what's happening when Don't Change come on?
I mean,
Stop, my heart.
yeah, it's.
Don't Change might beat Charlene.
You think so?
Yeah.
Don't Change
Nah,
against Charlene.
Charlene would beat it, but
Charlene
you could
is
make a
record,
case
bro.
that Don't Change, which wouldn't even be the highest in music's catalog, might be able to beat Anthony Hamilton's biggest record.
Charlene, I don't know if that's beating Charlene though.
Love is beating Charlene.
This is beating Charlene.
Oh, come on, man! This is one of the greatest R&B songs ever. Are you kidding me?
Yo, I just think the world has music completely fucked up.
No, I love Music Soul Child. I just think that saying him against Maxwell is like,
Fam.
Maxwell got fucking records.
So do music.
Yeah, but Maxwell got.
This might beat Charlene.
This beats Charlene.
I've named 3 records that could beat his biggest record, and they're not even music's biggest records. You wasn't told the true definition of a man. You never cried. You worked till you was tired. You have to provide. Always be the rock. Protect them by all means. He didn't protect Charlene. He did not protect Charlene.
I don't know if this one beat Charlene though.
Yeah, this may not be Charlene. I do love this record though.
I like that record a lot, but I don't know if that beat Charlene. And we just keep saying Charlene. We got to find another record, man. Pull up. Don't do that, Roy. Pull up some Anthony Hamilton, man. Don't do that.
The entire.
I see what you're doing.
There's not a single skip on "Coming Where I'm From."
Yeah, so let's go through some of Anthony Hamilton's set list or potential set list, because he got records. We ain't gonna do that to Anthony Hamilton.
I mean, shit. Even the title of the album, he got to bring out Hove to rap over this and Do Mama Loves Me.
That will not happen. This not
then
happening.
you might get
Carl.
a point.
I can guarantee you that's not fucking happening. I can guarantee you that.
You know he's gonna start with this, but Buddy is gonna get this the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's levels. That's all. I love Anthony Hamilton, but it's just levels, man.
I don't see it, man. I'm sorry.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a battle. We got to stop acting like it's a battle. It's a celebration of 2 of our like.
Oh wait, hold on. We got a point here.
No, he's not.
Why is Jadakiss as hard as it gets?
Word to me, he better play Why.
He is not getting on that stage playing Why Valentine's Day. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yo, why on Valentine's Day?
On Valentine's Day playing Why? Come on, man. What we doing, man? Nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We are not doing. This record will not make an appearance that night. I can guarantee you that. Are you kidding me?
He's Mr. Versus.
No, man.
He's definitely coming out.
No, man. If Kiss come out on this verse, I'm done. I'm done.
He's
with Kiss.
Mr. Versus.
I'm done with Kiss if he come out for this verses. I'm done. It's like, all right, enough is enough, man.
Why
are you even alive?
Talking about ratting on Valentine's Day is just hilarious. Why is ratting even what? Like, I don't want to hear that.
Can we put down for next episode to break down all the questions that Jadakiss asked on Why?
Yeah, let's answer him.
He asked some real shit though.
I want to dedicate a segment to that.
he asked some real shit.
I want to answer every question in Why. That's gonna be a whole episode.
So this is Valentine's Day. This is verses.
Yes. What you doing when po folks come on? This is my shit though.
No, listen, he got joints.
Oh, this was great in American Gangster. I love this record. This was a joint. This is a great Valentine's Day record. Do You Feel Me is dope. Better Days. I mean,
he got records.
It's Anthony Hamilton, man. He's great, but I just don't.
It's just levels, man.
It's just gonna be a long night, like a really long night.
Yeah, I think I'm agreeing with you. But like I said, let's not call it a battle. Let's just call it 2 artists just performing and doing a joint concert. It's like a best of.
As far as music, I think that's all I had on that. And speaking of AZ, his deluxe came out from Do or Die 2 with a record with 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz album comes out when you're hearing this. I look forward to that. Isn't there another album coming out?
Lady London put out the Boss tape. We didn't talk about that.
I fuck with Lady
Shout out
London.
to Lady
I haven't
London.
listened
The
to it,
Boss
but-
tape was real good. She sounds real good, man. I'm happy for her. I know she was worked hard to get this album done and put it out. Lady liked the Boss tape.
Thankfully, 4 defendants were arrested in connection with the overdose of Michael K. Williams. I am happy that they are trying to really convict these drug dealers that are putting way too much fentanyl in there and killing people.
Yeah.
And making somebody responsible for what's going on with this fentanyl shit. Of course, I think the government should be arresting themselves as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think a lot of these drug dealers do need to be responsible for the shit that they're putting in the drugs they sell.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're going to sell something that could potentially kill somebody, then you should definitely have to pay some type of penalty for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Without doubt. Rest in peace and prayers to Michael Williams and his family.
Absolutely. Absolutely. As far as I guess we get into some sports stuff. Playoffs. This, I will say, might be a hot take, but 2022 NFL playoffs is pretty high up there in my entire lifetime as far as this entire playoff series was.
Yeah.
With every single game.
It was a lot of good games.
It was fucking
a lot of
and I don't
games.
see anyone saying that because I feel like it's always blasphemy if you ever say anything's better than the 90s or some shit.
Right.
But in my lifetime, this was one of the more entertaining playoffs, period. Every single game was insane.
A lot of good games, a lot of great matchups, high scoring, down literally to the last seconds.
Yeah.
It seemed like almost every game went down to the last few minutes, a few seconds. And it's a change of guard, right now in the NFL with Tom Brady retiring, Joe Burrow being in the Super Bowl, Matthew Stafford being in the Super Bowl.
Which I love because I always fuck with Matthew Stafford.
Yeah,
even when he's with the Lions,
he got a lot of flack, a lot of years. But it's good to see him in the Super Bowl, lead his team to the championship game. It should be a fun game. It should be another exciting game. I think that the Rams will probably win, but I think it will be a close game.
Yeah,
I think it will be a close game. So yeah, a lot of good matchups though. This was definitely one of the best playoff series that I could remember in NFL history for sure. It seemed like every week and every game was a really great game.
I think I'm going for the Bengals, man. I would like to see the Bengals get one. Mm-hmm. And they're very entertaining to watch. Though as much as people give Odell Beckham shit, I would also like to see Odell get that ring.
I think Odell deserves a ring. He can really get his Deion Sanders shit off now. Once you get a ring, you could talk all the shit in the world after that because it's a stamp. It's like he's a Super Bowl champion. He's not just a player that has a couple good seasons. He actually won a ring. And I like Joe Burrow. I had tweeted that he's a Brady baby. I could see it in his demeanor. You can kind of tell who he grew up watching and studying. I do think he has his own personality though, which is always dope for a quarterback to have his own style and personality. That's part of leading the team. But I like him. I think he's gonna have a lot of years of, if not getting to the Super Bowl, he'll definitely get close if he doesn't get there every year. They keep a team around him. Everyone stays healthy. He has that level of talent to me.
For sure.
And I like Matthew Stafford too. I think that the Rams will probably get 2 or 3 rings.
Yeah, and with his experience, I think it probably leans on Matthew Stafford winning over Burrow. But I think it'll be an exciting game. It'll be in LA. That weekend is gonna be fucking nightmare. Everyone please be safe out in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I will be 3,000 miles away in New Jersey, watching from the safety of my living room. But everyone please be safe in Los Angeles that weekend. I would love to talk about Brady, but unfortunately both you and I like him.
Yeah. I mean,
we have no Brady haters in the room, which is very hard to find. You being in a room and someone does not have a absolute disdain for Tom Brady.
I mean, he's had a great career. What can you say about Tom
He's
Brady?
the greatest quarterback of all time, and I don't even think it's close.
Yeah, it's not close. He might be the greatest football player of all time. Yeah, man, it's legendary career. Obviously, greatest football player ever. But you could tell that it was time. You know what I mean? Like you can kind of see it where it was like, I think that if he would have retired, if they would have won it this year, I think he would retire anyway. I think this was his last year. Either way, it went.
Yeah.
I think that looking at it, a perfect career would have been retiring last year after the Super Bowl. But you go at it again and you try to get another one before you leave. But I think either win or lose, I think Tom Brady was set on retiring this year anyway.
Do we think as far as accolades and accomplishments go, I'm not saying athletic ability, Serena being number one, is Brady the second greatest athlete of all time?
Serena is arguably the greatest athlete of all time.
I think she's the greatest athlete of all time.
Yeah.
We're talking accolades. I don't talk who could run the 40 faster.
You just talking about
Like
straight
who has accolades and accomplishments to the degree. Is there anyone besides?
No, it would be Serena. Tiger Woods, maybe.
All right, Tiger. You could make an argument that Tiger is above Brady, and then Jordan, would be right there.
Jordan.
Kobe is very high there.
Bill Russell. And
Forgot
anytime you win that many championships, you got to be. You have to be in the conversation of greatest athlete. Me personally, though, accolades aside, I think that probably the greatest athlete I've ever seen may be Bo Jackson.
Yeah, I don't think many would disagree there. Two-sport athlete.
I mean, obviously that injury, that hip injury, ended his career, but I don't think we've ever seen an athlete like Bo Jackson. His size, he wasn't the biggest guy, but just what he was able to do, two sports, dominate at both levels, just physically, just the way he was built as an athlete. Quick, strong, not tall, not, you know what I mean? But it was just like he was an athlete.
I mean, don't do that. Tanya Harding did figure skating and boxing.
Yeah, she did. So she's on the list somewhere. I don't know where.
She's the Pee Wee Kirkland of her generation, I feel like.
She's not.
She wasn't a legend in both games. And she beat the shit out of somebody.
Yo, say Tanya Harding is the Pee Wee Kirkland
of her generation.
No.
And she put work in.
Yeah, but come on.
Nancy Kerrigan has a limp to this day.
Did y'all mention Simone?
Simone
Biles.
Oh, B. Simone, I just heard her freestyle. And they caught her walking into the stew with it ready to go.
Oh.
Talent.
And it was edited for...
Shout out to B. Simone. No, Simone Biles is definitely... I think that she still has more to do, though. Like, she's still young and she's still active. I don't think that we can... Like, Serena is closer to being on her way out. Tom Brady retired. Jordan, these guys have already had their careers. Simone Biles is still... I think she still has a lot left. But she's definitely already on that list, for sure. Probably the greatest Olympian ever. So if you're the greatest Olympian ever, yes, you're on the list for greatest athlete ever.
Well, I feel I guess Michael Phelps be the best Olympian.
He's one of the
currently
the most decorated. I think he might be.
I think Simone Biles might have passed him in medal count though.
Really?
I think
if she did, that's fucking insane.
I think I'm not sure. I think the last.
I know she is. She's when it comes to gymnastics now. The Olympics period. Let me see.
Well, yeah, I think Michael Phelps would only have swimming medals.
Yeah, no.
He wasn't in the javelin, was he? Like.
But do we put a percentage on anything with some of that stuff?
Michael Phelps has 28 medals and Simone Biles has 7.
Yeah, no.
She only has 7 medals?
Yeah.
Listen, I was letting y'all cook. I didn't want to get it. I didn't know
she hasn't been to that many Olympics.
She's been to like 2.
Yeah.
If that. Like 1.5.
She only has 7 medals?
1 in a COVID.
When it comes to, but when you're on an Olympic level of sports, so that's why I said when it comes to best gymnast, she definitely wins that because they have their worlds, they have their nationals, they have, you know what I'm saying? There's so many different things, but when it comes to just the Olympics, I think she's only been to 2 Olympics and she missed one. She dropped out of this one, missed one because of COVID, or they got pushed back or whatever.
One was mental health. I remember. I think she sat out.
Yeah. But I mean, with the Michael Phelps thing, I don't want to, obviously, my non-athletic ass taking away from...
And he smokes weed. Yeah, he's the greatest athlete ever. That's a fact. Michael Phelps is the greatest athlete ever.
As just the medal count, he is definitely one of the greatest athletes ever. But when you go off the medal count, it's not really fair to me to a Tom Brady or anyone that plays baseball, football, any of those sports. If you're the greatest at that time in swimming, there's a bunch of events and it's all the same people doing the same shit. So you're going to win because you're the best. So you're going to acquire 10 medals where you would have just acquired 1 if there was just 1 race. There's only 1 Super Bowl ring.
Yeah.
If Tom Brady got a fucking medal or ring every time he won a playoff game, it'd be drastically different.
Yeah, I get it. It's kind of like what people say with Jordan with the 6 rings.
But not really, though, because Michael Phelps is going against everybody in like the best in the world. Tom Brady's going against the best in America.
He's going against the best football players in the world. The best football players in the world in the NFL.
And it's a way higher percentage of the people that try to competitively play football than jump in a pool and say, I want to make it a career.
Yeah. Yeah, like I don't even know. How do you fall into that?
I feel like if LeBron at an early age like jumped into the deep end and was like, this is my calling, Michael Phelps may not be
Yeah, he wouldn't be
who
Michael
he
Phelps.
is.
Get the fuck. First of all, black
LeBron
people
is a
can't even
swimmer?
swim.
Who, LeBron? Imagine LeBron jump in the pool and he asks for floaties.
Is that since it's Black History Month? Is that I've seen plenty of black people swim.
Black people can swim.
That is a weird myth that's always
It's-
been. I've seen so many black people jump in a pool and know exactly what to do.
Absolutely. Black people can swim. We don't swim as often because we don't have homes with pools.
But
To the
even
degree of some of our
okay,
neighbors.
I never grew up with a pool either.
Yeah,
But
so
I
the
do know
Irish were
people.
slaves, too.
I do.
Yeah, don't try to. Hey, look, it's Black
I
History
voted for
Month.
Obama.
Yeah, but it's Black History Month. Don't try to pull up Irish slavery
No.
and Black History Month. Don't do that.
I never even.
Yeah,
the
no,
merits
but
to that.
no, I know. I'm just letting you know. Don't try to get
I'm
that
a
off.
Democrat.
Yeah, that fixes everything. Just tell us what political party you're part of.
I care. But I knew white people that had pools growing up, and I just don't think they were doing laps in their pool.
Yeah,
Like they was
have
in the
lap
back
pool,
doing just fucking
swimming in
training.
circles. The circles.
They did the
swim
same
around.
thing. Everyone they jumped in the pool and
just
like
had a
there was a
margarita,
floaty and shit. Like it was. They had the basketball hoop
Yeah,
with the shit.
yeah, like they wasn't swimming no laps. Nobody has a lap pool. Like you don't have lap pools.
And
growing
what
up.
personal pool like usually has a deep end like that?
No, it's so
Like,
the
it's
same.
right here.
It's just a big bathtub, Rory. It's not really it's a pool, but it's a bathtub.
I get it. I don't want to take away from Michael
Mo-
Phelps. It's not a popular sport. So
You were a rock boy. You telling me you wasn't near no pools at any time in your life?
Yeah, I know how to swim.
Oh,
I absolutely know how to swim for sure. I didn't have a pool. I grew up in a building. I didn't have a home in a backyard.
he
I
learned
know
to
how to
swim in St. Thomas in the ocean at
Yeah.
10 years old with Biggs.
My mom threw me in the water at like I think 3. She told me the story. She said because I kept crawling to the water, and so she just let me go. And people were like yelling and scared that I was gonna drown. She was standing right there, and she was like, "No, like he's okay." And she said the wave hit me, went over, kind of like knocked me back on the sand. But she said I kept crawling back, so I must have wanted to learn how to swim.
It's funny that Maul's totally fine with a mother just throwing their child into the ocean saying he's fine. But if I'm at a bus stop and my mother says, yo, knock him out, it's an issue.
Yeah, no, it's a different because I'm not harming. I'm not harming anybody by just crawling to the
You're going to
water.
harm your family when you drown.
Nah, my mom wasn't gonna let me drown. But she said that was the story. She said I kept crawling. She got tired of picking me up, pulling me back to the towel where we were sitting at. So she said she just let me. He likes water.
And I'm joking. Your mother is an amazing woman.
Yeah,
an
yeah,
amazing
no.
mother.
she's so sweet. I
Yeah.
love when I met her. She
She's
called
crazy.
me Barbara.
No, she's crazy. I can tell you some crazy tennis rackets. I got hit with everything growing up. Crazy woman.
and
but
look
you,
where
but
you
you
are
had,
now.
but you had an issue.
I turned out great.
But you had an issue with Richard Williams, who was
No, my mom
was
wasn't
just
beating me to
smacking
go to
Serena.
practice. My mom, she wasn't. My mom was. She had a tennis racket and did not never take me to the tennis court. I don't even know. I don't know. And you know what? I gotta ask
What
my
is
mom.
this for?
Yeah, why does my mother have a
Whooping
tennis
your ass?
racket?
Whooping your ass?
She had the tennis racket in like a nice Wilson leather carrier that goes over the shoulder. I've never seen my mom hit a tennis ball.
She put on the tennis outfit too, right?
Yeah, I'm
And
like,
just
yo, what the?
Put a
I
headband
never-
to whoop your ass.
Yeah,
Your twin is the only girl, right?
I have 2 older sisters. Yeah,
Really?
but I have a twin. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
I have 2 older sisters. But yeah, my mom had a tennis racket and never seen her play tennis. I gotta ask her about that.
A tennis ball in the house.
I promise you. Don't know why my mom had this tennis
But
racket.
craziest backhand you ever seen.
If came in the house
It's
late.
form
and,
crazy.
Oh my God, she gave it to me one night, boy. But yeah, love her anyway.
Because at least when you get hit with the wooden spoon, it's like, all right, you also cook with this. So it makes sense it's in the house.
Exactly. I know why you use this. I might get scared every time you make stew from now on.
Matter of fact, you was cooking when you hit me.
Exactly.
So
There's stew all over my face now. But
and you didn't wash the spoon afterwards.
yeah, but that tennis racket, I gotta get to the bottom of that with my mom. Why is this tennis racket in your closet? I don't understand that one. She never played tennis. But anyway.
Oh, we were still in sports. Belichick got a little petty. Oh, and Tom Brady was petty, which I later found out why he was petty.
About
He spent 2 seasons in Tampa Bay and gave a speech like he grew up there, went to high school, college, sports. He had never left. He's never even been to Orlando. He's never left Tampa Bay in his entire life. Pages and pages on Instagram of Tampa Bay being his career.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, though, it was about 17 years before this.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's like, I don't want to talk about my ex. You know, that's what it is. When you give your Grammy speech, you don't talk about the ex.
If I'm retiring from the game, I'm not going to talk about the bitch I just randomly fucked last night when I'm talking about my relationship game.
You will if you end up marrying her and you're happier with her than you were with your former wife for 17 years.
No, but you leaving the game.
Yeah. But with this wife, right or wrong?
Listen, man.
You can't bring up the ex. Can't bring up the ex in your commencement speech. Now, when he retires, I think that he has to go, like his Hall of Fame, his induction. It's gonna be hard not to see Brady, like, hold a Patriots jersey.
Well, from what I understand, he signed a 1-day contract with the Patriots, and he's going to retire a Patriot and do a ceremony.
Has to.
So I think that's where we'll get our Instagram thing. But for you to say that you can't acknowledge your ex when you getting out the game that gave you 18 years of their life, you got all your rings there, and then you just like, nah, this new chick got some wild pussy, and I appreciate what they did.
Yeah. I would. Fuck it. You don't got to talk about the ex. Nah. And more football
It's a
news.
sick ass mentality.
Brian Flores sues the NFL, Giants, Dolphins, Broncos, claiming racism in hiring process. Former Miami Dolphins head coach Brian Flores has filed a class action lawsuit against the NFL, the New York Giants, the Denver Broncos, and the Dolphins, claiming racial discrimination in the league's hiring process for coaches and executives. Flores filed a lawsuit in the Southern District of New York on Tuesday. In it, he accuses Dolphins owner Stephen Ross of offering him $100,000 for every loss in an effort to tank for the number 1 draft pick during the 2019 NFL season. And it includes texts he alleges are from New England's Patriots head coach Bill Belichick, demonstrating that the Giants conducted an interview with Flores while knowing that they intended to hire Brian DeBall as their head coach.
Mm-hmm.
So some text messages came out between Brian Flores, the former head coach of the Dolphins, and Bill Belichick, where Belichick thought he was talking to Brian DeBall, congratulating him on getting the job. And Brian Flores is like, wait, I didn't even interview with them yet. Are you sure that you heard that I got the job? He's like, yes, I heard you're the guy. And then he said, wait, just to be clear, are you talking to Brian Flores or Brian DeBall? And Belichick says, my bad, I screwed that up. I'm talking about Brian DeBall.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so one of the most calculated minds on planet Earth, not in football, on planet Earth.
Well, they're both named Brian, to be fair. Spelled the same way.
One of the most calculated minds.
I get it.
Who has watched other people do their plays.
I get it.
Who's a little peeping Tom on some stuff and takes that information and then concocts the greatest scheme of all time.
Didn't know who he was texting.
And also says when he texts the wrong person, Bill Belichick says, my bad.
Well, he didn't say. I added the my bad. He didn't say that. I don't think my bad wasn't his exact words.
It
but
was though. He said. He said, "Oh shit."
Yeah, that's a my bad. That's the white my bad.
That's definitely That's what my father says.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Instead of my bad, yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, for sure. That's the white my bad. Yeah, this isn't good for the NFL. This doesn't look good.
And it's so odd that it just happens to be the team that beat Belichick twice.
Yeah.
I love a good... Listen, that's why you can't fuck with the disgruntled ex.
Mm-hmm.
Belichick is now just abusing someone else just because he's being abused at the moment. Hurt people.
Yeah, that's that's
Brady hurt him and was like, you know what, man? Fuck everybody. Everyone's catching the clip now.
And here's the interesting, he is being represented by the same firm that represented Harvey Weinstein victims and former Fox News employees in their discrimination cases. So he's going for the discrimination lawyers that get shit done.
Mm-hmm.
So this isn't looking good for the NFL.
Fox kept everybody.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, that didn't. But yeah, man, shout out to Brian Flores. I definitely think that he definitely was done wrong. There's definitely some wrongdoing there. He got fucked. And I hope he wins this lawsuit.
I think that happens. I think that happens across the board now with a lot of companies. I think a lot of people are putting hard work into interviews because interviews are not just let me ask you questions like what are your strengths.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of with big companies you get assigned a task and you have to come and present and all that type of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's been countless times where people are just interviewing because they need people to interview and they already have their selection.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, you're really, this is people's lives y'all fucking with. You're
Mhm.
wasting their fucking time for their livelihood of what they need to do next.
Yeah.
And that shit is just
We need more black head coaches in the NFL. We need more
Mhm.
black GMs. We need more
black
black
owners.
owners. And again, I hope Brian Flores wins this lawsuit. We'll definitely see a bunch of black head coaches as a result of this. If Brian Flores wins, even
Hope
if he
so.
doesn't, I think that they're gonna try to clean up that image that they don't, that racial discrimination image. They're gonna they would be crazy. Well, then I mean, yeah, NFL is crazy.
I mean, I'm kind of excited more so to see a lot of the players I grew up on that are now retired start to get into coaching.
Mhm.
Not direct to head coach, but that I feel like is definitely missing in the NFL.
I like the fact that the NBA is doing a job of making sure that they hire former players to work on the coaching staff.
Yeah.
You have your coaches that coach the guards and the big men, the former players, giving GM positions to former players. I think the NBA does a great job at that. They
Yeah.
do a great job at making sure if you came through an NBA and you were one of the more outstanding members of the NBA, that they make sure that they keep you a part of the family, whether it's analyst, some type of work. They make
Yeah.
sure that you're still a part of the NBA family. So I like that the NBA does that.
I mean, I think the NFL should shake shit up, man. Have AB be a head coach.
All right, see,
Have AB be the head coach of the Giants.
No. We definitely not the Giants. Not in New York
Nah,
City.
be in New York City though.
No. You can't have Antonio Brown in New York City trying to coach anybody.
Well, where else would you want him? No, we're shaking shit up.
No,
All right, fine. Los
You
Angeles.
want a team to be on the field Sunday, first of all.
Okay.
That's what you have to
Okay,
make
fine.
sure happens.
Fine, the Houston Texans.
Not Houston either. We're gonna stay away from these larger
Okay,
cities.
the Miami Dolphins.
Nah. You got to send Antonio Brown as a coach, maybe Green Bay.
Actually,
in the
actually,
cold
that would be
middle-
crazier, way crazier than New York. That would be the funniest reality show of all time.
Yeah.
Can we do Hard Knocks, but he just coaches training camp?
Yeah.
Like let the
In
head
Green
coach
Bay,
just chill.
in Wisconsin.
Just let AB drop some gems.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should just be kind of like the life coach.
Send him to Green Bay. Cold as shit. Nothing to do out there really. Go ahead. Get your shit off, AB.
And like really treat
You
that,
send him to the Giants. Team ain't making it to the field Sunday. I can guarantee you that.
but treat it like Scared Straight. Like have AB come out like he is the prisoner to scare the rookies. Do you know what you're doing here?
Yeah.
You need to change your life and get the fuck out this league.
Listen, man, I like Antonio Brown. I think that he is
I do too.
misunderstood, and I hope that he's in the NFL next year. Because if what happened, if that is true that he was hurt and he told the coach and all of that, he shouldn't have went out there. Like, why would I check in the game? My fucking foot feel like it's about to fall off.
Yeah. Belichick is gonna scoop that up.
Antonio Brown, no, that's over with.
I think I'll do it again.
Nah, that's over. Tom
His-
was the buffer for that. Tom ain't there no more.
His exes left the party. Now it's time to get crazy.
Nah, not with Antonio Brown. That won't happen. I hope he does get another look though.
Your ex never left the party, and then you purposely did some shit just so she would hear later the next day, like, yo, when I left, I heard you was fucking wilding. You're like, yeah, no, I did my thing.
Oh yeah, you start dancing with all the girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody,
You don't think
every guy does
Belichick about to start dancing with everybody?
it. Not with Antonio Brown. No, I
Just so Tom can come back to the party? Like, wait.
Tom
Bill.
is done. It's gonna be interesting to see the relationship with Tom and Bill after retirement.
I think they hate each other.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I don't know if it's personal, if it was just like as player coach. I don't know if
Probably a mixture of both, I would imagine.
I don't know. I just think all of those years winning, both of them needed each other. It's just weird to not have any type of relationship after, like it's all over. Like that's just weird. Like, Tom Brady literally grew up, became a man under Bill Belichick, and it's like now that you're retired and
But mad people don't fuck with their pops.
yeah, but it's, you also mad people don't also win a bunch of Super Bowls and fucking make hundreds of millions of dollars with their father.
Yeah, and then they thank their mother.
Even if they do, they always think the mom.
Yeah.
Like, dads don't get shit.
Ever.
We got to change that, man. We got to change that. Because fathers deserve. See, that's why Joe Jacksons are important. That's why with Serena, King Richard is important. Richard Williams is important. That's why LeVar Ball is important.
I'm with you.
We need to highlight those fathers. Those are good dads. Oh, there's one more thing. A friend of mine brought to my attention in the whole is Michael Jordan the greatest basketball player ever? You know, that's like an ongoing thing. And he brought up a point that I think solidifies that Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player ever. Michael Jordan, for the last 3 championships he won in Chicago, there was a statue of him outside the arena. You don't get a statue until you're either dead or retired.
Yeah, but
I ain't no yeah, but you don't know any other athlete that had his statue outside of the arena he was playing in while he was playing. I'm just check the facts.
I agree with you.
Check the facts. I mean,
It was the Bulls, though.
it doesn't
Because
matter.
if you think about the Bulls, I know we think about the Bulls now
It doesn't
because of
matter.
Jordan.
He
But there was
had-
the Bulls. They had the space, is what I'm
he
saying.
had
There was
a
plenty of space for a statue.
You don't get a statue unless you're retired.
The Bulls might
or
have given
dead.
Ron Harper a statue at that
Fuck
point.
no. Ron Harper ain't got a statue on the block he grew up on.
Don't do that to Ron Harper.
I love Ron Harper, but he ain't got no statue nowhere.
You don't know that. Where he's from?
And with
You don't
that, no, you don't even know where he's from.
He could be from a town that would give him a statue.
Ron Harper ain't got no statue.
You don't have a statue in the Bronx.
I will.
Oh,
I like that.
That's
Yeah,
my
it's
like
a mini
that.
hip hop museum in the Bronx. They better put me in there
I was
somewhere.
on the committee.
Yeah, it's like,
Culture
and you ain't vote
vulture.
for me.
You were not on the docket for
Oh,
a
okay.
fucking hip hop.
I wasn't eligible for the ballot yet. That's what it was. But yeah, no,
You
Michael
took
Jordan.
steroids.
Statue outside the arena, last 3 years of his championship runs. No other athlete has ever had a statue outside the arena.
But
while
he
they
did
were playing.
retire though.
It doesn't matter.
He retired. They gave him a statue, and then he came back.
It doesn't matter.
He was like, "Oh, let me go see my statue. Meanwhile, I have my shorts
it
on.
doesn't
Let me come back."
matter. He had a statue, Rory. You don't get a statue unless you're dead or retired.
Okay, I'll put it this way: Derek Jeter could double park in Times Square. That's the equivalent to a statue in New York City.
A Jace. Yeah, it's in the same
more
family.
valuable, honestly.
It's in
For
the same
sure.
family. It's in the same
If
family.
I could literally can't find parking and just put my car in park in the middle of 8th Avenue, not even in a different, just in the middle of 8th Avenue,
Mm-hmm.
get out and nothing will happen, is way more valuable than you putting a statue of me dunking. And then I fuck Mariah
I'm
Carey.
from New York City, so I have to agree
sorry.
with that. There's way more value in being able to double park in Times Square.
And Derek Jeter could do that.
Yeah, there's definitely more value in that. But Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player to ever live.
Listen, I'm not here to argue.
It's Black History Month. You
I
can't.
just like Ron Harper, that's all.
All right, well, we out of here till
But
next
Tony
week.
Kukoc was pretty good.
He was okay. Yeah, he had a couple years. He was okay.
You don't think Vladi Divac has a statue in Russia?
He's not even from Russia. I don't think that he's from. Yo, you know,
Brighton Beach, my
listen,
bad.
I'm that
Yo.
nigga. He's that ginger. We're out of here. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
No worry,